Do 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 do. Welcome to El Gringo and the Mexican, where the good times roll, talking barbecue with their friends. Grab a cerveza, come on in, do. We got Sleeper BBQ, that's a Lance, he's a gringo. An 805 barbecue junkie, well, that is George. He's a Mexican. And then there's Simon, who's always smiling. And his message to you is, yes, I can barbecue. Do. Bow do 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 do. Hi, I'm MMA. Do 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 do. I like to party every day. Wow, bounce down 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 down. Rock and roll it, baby. Dun 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 dun. Frito Lay.
Hey, folks.
I thought this chat would be commenting.
I have no idea.
Did y'all hear Hammy?
I'm pretty sure they did.
Everybody's saying hello or something.
Yep.
I thought I'd get an LOL out of it.
They probably heard it like enough already.
Yeah.
Let me
Dad,
set out.
Chef, Bet.
Let me set out a link real quick.
What's up, Mike? D Chef.
My goodness.
Des. Who else did I miss? NBL.
She knows on here already, so was Mike.
Yeah, she was up here early. I came by, like I said, when I was looking at 7 o'clock. I was like, damn, where's the link? I couldn't find the link. I started panicking.
Call me. I'm in the shower.
Yeah. Then I realized that it was 8 o'clock your time.
Yeah. No, it's 7 o'clock my time. 8 o'clock your time.
Your time, 8 o'clock my time. Yeah. Russ said he got hard for 30 minutes today.
Hey now.
I went and checked Maryland Outdoors, and he was in the chat today. That guy Sam.
Uh-huh.
So they got that live Maryland Outdoors and Smoky Ribs Barbecue. I don't know if it's a collaboration or it's just an education thing.
Oh, I don't know, but it'll be next
Tuesday, this coming Tuesday. Yeah, 2 days away.
Yeah, I did sub to him. I want to see what's all that about.
Hey, Sheena. I think it's the same thing as it is here. It'd be Russ is 8 o'clock, Sam 7 o'clock.
Hey, Sheena.
What's up, Randy? Man, stranger.
What up?
What's up?
What's up? Y'all can hear me okay?
Yeah, man. You look older since I saw you last.
I am. Everybody's older since he last seen him.
It's been what, 6 days?
Echoing. Really?
I'm echoing?
Well, NBL saying he echoing, guys.
Who is?
This
I know.
Lance, he's always echoing.
Hold on, let me turn off that and let me turn off that.
Oh, it's because whenever y'all first brought me on, I had my phone on still. I hadn't turned the volume down. That's probably what they heard.
Okay.
Okay.
What about now, NBL? NBL?
L.
Chris. Man, what's up, dude?
My gut is so full, man. I tried. I made my attempt at Gringo Barrias, and I couldn't stop eating them. I got a belly full, man. I'm like hurting belly full.
No wonder you were sleepy.
Yeah, that's it. I'm tired. I'm ready for a nap.
What's up, Judge?
Lance done ate himself tired.
Yep, they were some kind of good. It's the first time I ever had them. They've always seen. I saw George make them over a year ago. Uh, he had 2 windows open. Turkey. Oh, that'll make room for one more. Barrias. Barilla tacos for the first time. My Gringo version. Georgianne, hello. I thought they turned out pretty good, Drunk Chef.
You still have that picture on your phone?
Is that?
You still have that picture on the phone? That one you showed me?
Oh.
Look back there in the background. Look right there in the background. See that Ford fucking Ranger sitting there?
Yeah, it's like sexy thing back there. Look at that.
And, I'll probably never get a chance to ever work on that motherfucker if I can't get Christy's truck working.
That's the wrong side of the picture.
Yeah.
Cantaloupe, watermelon, the dipping consomme, which is a little bit thicker, and my burritos. Those are peppers out the garden.
Yeah.
They turned out good, man. I was real happy with them.
Yeah, they look good. You made a video on it?
Yeah, I've got the pictures uploaded. That's as far as I got.
All right. Well, I won't ask too many questions. I'll just watch the video.
No, I don't worry about that stuff, hiding that stuff. It is what it is. You want to see it now, you're going to see it later.
It's a secret.
It's a secret. Yeah, I didn't know. I didn't know you was making those blooming onion fucking pork chops or whatever.
Kent had a good idea. Sheena came up with a good idea. But Kent, it was what do you call it? A beggar's pouch? What's up, Russ?
Yeah.
What's up, guys?
What's up,
Looked
man?
like a beggar's pouch. I don't have no idea yet what is going on between Kent's Facebook and YouTube and my YouTube. I can't reply to his messages. I can't do anything with his. I don't see him when he's in the chats some of the times.
So it's happening on Facebook as well?
No, Facebook Messenger, we can message all day long. I can get on my phone and message back to him, but it won't show up on YouTube. But I can't go to YouTube and reply to his message because it won't work. I don't get it.
What's going on, Russ? How you been, man?
So you ready for next Tuesday, Russ?
Yeah, this coming Tuesday, but he sent me an invite to where I can broadcast it to my channel as well. So when he goes live, it should also be on my channel. Which
I did that one time. I think Simon was with us, and I got a copyright because George or Joe, Smoky Joe, was playing music.
Oh crap!
So I got a copyright on my channel.
Yeah, I don't to play music. I think you're good.
Yeah, I figure I've got a lot more followers than him, so it might give him some exposure. So maybe not.
What's the name of the channel, Russ?
Outdoors in Maryland.
Y'all gonna be talking about crabs and shit?
Yeah, just whatever.
I could barely hear some of the stuff that he was even talking today. His audio was so terrible.
There you go, Randy. Ready to go.
Hell yeah.
Looks like Christmas.
Yeah, those. Wait a minute. Yeah, that's Jolly Ranchers, or was Jolly Ranchers.
I'm gonna have to hide that shit. I'm gonna have to hide that shit from Bailey and Christy. I won't ever get a chance to taste it.
I've got I got the pecan puffs. I've got all three of them done for the ones that want it. Plus, I'm sending Quint the same thing I'm sending you,
Cool.
and that'll be it.
Yeah, that's
That dish looked great. I'm not making fun. When you flat the pork around an onion ring,
my show tomorrow is gonna be iffy, man. It's gonna be iffy. I won't be able to make it or not.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Really?
so in the morning I got to get up, be at Houston Area Safety Council at 6, do some more fucking safety classes, and then I got to go to Texas City. I'll start another turnaround in Texas City. It's going to last until November.
jeez.
Yeah, and Texas City is kind of a little haul for me, from my house. Plus on 146, man, all that traffic going through Seabrook and shit, man, down there in Kemah. God damn, it's horrible. So I'm looking at probably an hour and a half. What you doing, Russ?
What are you doing?
He's trying to look like me.
I'm practicing for Randy.
Yeah. I think you can make it.
My redneck tan.
Yeah. I don't know what the schedule's gonna be like. I don't know how it's gonna be getting back and forth to this plant. And if it's 6 to 6, then that's an hour and a half of me getting home, man. It's gonna be tough getting home by 8.
Yeah, you gotta do what you gotta do, man.
Yeah. I'm still gonna try, but it's gonna be up in the air until tomorrow when I get there.
You
Yeah.
probably ain't gonna feel like it after a day like that. I know I would.
That or we just get you
Yeah.
covered until you walk in, then you either pick it up or you.
Yeah, I mean that's an option too. Maybe if Christy can get the computer and shit set up and start a stream, then I'll just jump in when.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Randy
We'll
will
see.
walk in and look at the camera and like, I'm going to bed.
No, he'll moon us.
Yeah, that job that I was on, that job that I was supposed to be doing right now, like I said, the drilling rig, the top end broke in the drilling rig, so
Yeah.
they won't have nobody there until Monday that can look at it, and then whatever they determine, it's going to take several days to fix. And so the guy was telling me he didn't need me back this Monday, but probably the following Monday. I sent an email and was like, man, idle hands at the devil's playground, man. I got to be at work. So they were like, all right, cool. Then you'll just go to Texas City and you'll be there forever. We'll get somebody else to cover that when that fires back up. I was like, all right, fuck it. I got to make money, man.
Yeah, no, I get it. Someone's going to like being, well, they could be further away for them too.
You never know.
Saturday this week.
Never can tell. Christy's nervous. She don't want me going to this plant in Texas City because it's kind of dangerous, but they're all fucking dangerous.
Yeah, I would think all them type of plants were dangerous. Chemicals and petroleums.
You know when Texas City blew up, what was that, in the 60s or something, the 50s?
Probably the 40s.
The 40s? Yeah.
It could have been in the early 50s. I really don't know.
Yeah, that was like, it fucking wiped out most of Texas City. I think they had a boat full of fertilizer parked next to a fucking another boat full of something, and that motherfucker boomed.
Damn, I can finally say something happened before my time. I don't remember that one.
1947.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, that was like the most, I think that was like the biggest plant explosion ever in Texas.
It says right here, it was the deadliest industrial accident in U.S. history and one of history's largest non-nuclear explosions.
Wow.
I watched a documentary on that one time, and there were two guys standing on a dock, and they were just sitting there talking to each other. Well, when it blew, it something hit one guy and killed him instantly, and the other guy lived to talk about it. And I mean, they were just face to face. That's crazy, ain't it?
Yeah. Just never know, man. What's up, Kent?
It was like a cargo ship full of like ammonium nitrate parked next to another fucking ship full of fertilizer. Basically, it made a giant stick of TNT. When it blew up, it just boom. Daily
Well, one guy got nothing from it, and the other guy got it obliterated.
Yeah, it's like God pulled their time cards, and he punched one, and he didn't punch the other guy. He's still well. I don't know if he's still around now, but he lived through that.
Wow, that's something else.
Yeah, it was a major thing. So
Yeah.
So you any closer? Go ahead, Doris.
I was just gonna say my dad worked at that Union Carbide in Texas City, but he wasn't there when that happened.
Damn, I wasn't even twinkling my mom's eyes then.
I was 11 years away. 1947. That's the same year that that UFOs crashed in Roswell, New Mexico. Supposedly.
A link there. Okay, Texas City ended up in New Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's probably what it was.
Want me to get raided by the government here? I know too much.
I think I've seen that documentary you're talking about, Russ. That Texas City
Yeah,
explosion.
it's been a long time ago that I've watched it, but I remember watching it.
You figured it. I mean, it's 1947. That's been a long time ago. So.
Oh yeah.
They must straighten something up.
Yeah. I don't remember where I seen it. It was back before the internet, and all we did was watch TV. It was probably on HBO or something. I can't remember.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure you're not allowed to do a lot. Whatever the fuck they were doing, I'm pretty sure you're not allowed to do that no more.
Yeah. Now, Randy, when that candy gets there, don't eat that little oxygen absorber. I need to put a warning in there, I guess.
No, like I said. I mean, I have to hide that shit. If I get home and it's open, then it might be gone before I get home from work.
Might be.
I
might only get to eat the oxygen absorber. That might be all that's left.
My wife brought let's see, golly, it was probably about, I forget how many little bags, and then she had 4 of the big bags like I just showed you, and a bunch of them little ones. Some had Skittles, some had the pecan brittle, and she sold out no time.
It's all right.
Somebody come back, they bought one of them little ones, and she said, "Hey, I got a problem with this. There's something wrong." She goes, What's wrong with it?" She goes, "Well, it's empty. I want to buy one of them big ones." That little one's just a teaser.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I haven't seen that shit for sale anywhere. So
yeah, you're not. It's going to be individual people doing it, selling it like that.
Pioneers, man, you got to get in there. You got to strike while iron's hot, Russ.
Yeah.
When's your Etsy going to be up and running?
I don't know. That's totally up to her. She might decide just to do it locally.
Okay.
I mean, because she works,
Right.
That's her texting right now. But yeah, I don't know. That's totally up to her. If she gets to her, it's like I told her. If you get like really big into it, we're probably gonna have to go to somebody that's already got like a license to serve food and stuff, and rent like a room, and just to do that in once a week or something like that. Do it all in one day. That's what Brian Ducharme did when he started making that jerky.
Yeah, I was just talking like that to someone else the other day. They were talking about opening up one of them kitchens. I said, I've heard some stuff about that. So I know there's people that, want to make stuff, but, their kitchen's not approved.
Right.
Was it Joe talking about that shit? The ghost kitchens or whatever they call them?
Yeah, yeah, he
Well,
was saying that. He was saying a lot of people do it at home and just if there's anything, he said, "Oh no, we work out of this right here." You know.
what
Yeah.
they're bitching at around here though is that the Amish sell their baked goods every damn weekend, and some places every day during the week, and they're just making that stuff out of their own kitchen, no electric, you know, no controlled environment temperatures. And that's what a lot of people around here bitch about because they have to go jump through all the hoops, but the Amish people aren't having to do the same. So
Yeah, yeah, but that's what Brian did. There was a barbecue place right up the road, and he went in there. I think on their off days and made his beef jerky, and because he sells it in the stores and everything. And then later he went to, oh my God, woman, leave me alone.
I'm on live.
Yeah. And she was wanting to know how many of them red bags I used. I said 6. She's like, you didn't use my red bags, did you? I'm like, yes. How many? 6. I'll buy you some more. Damn. You got 100 of them. Well, you did. Anyway, he eventually ended up at this marathon, and got a back room there. He had that smoker installed and everything, that big rotisserie type smoker. He worked out of there for a couple of years. Now he's actually USDA certified, so it's all made up there in one of them facilities. He has to just go up there and pick it up by the pallets.
yeah, yeah. I guess I thought that would be a little harder than it is, but it might not be quite as hard as I thought it would be to get that USDA certification.
Yeah,
There's a farm, he does the same thing. All his stuff goes to another place local, and everything gets packaged. Russell Brothers, it gets packaged and comes back to him, and he sells it. It's supposed to be his protein, but it just gets packaged there and brought back to him where it could be sold.
yeah,
What are y'all talking about? Beef jerky or anything?
Well, that Brian Ducharme guy, that's what he does, beef jerky. But I was talking about just cuts of meat. I can't afford to buy from the guys. They got good stuff, but $86 for a tomahawk, it's a little pricey for me. It looks good, don't get me wrong, but it's just too much money for me.
yeah.
Not just to cook it up, do a video with.
Dude just sent me a text right now and asking me what's the maximum time you can marinate ribeyes in milk.
The heck?
That's what I texted him back. It's a question mark. Like what?
What do you ask?
What's the maximum time you can leave ribeyes marinating in milk? Like I've never even heard of that.
I ain't either. I've heard of people using buttermilk like on wild game to pull out that gaminess.
Right. Or
I guess
chicken. I've never heard on a beef ribeye.
if you put it in the refrigerator, I guess as long as you want to.
As long as the milk. I mean,
until it turns it into cheese.
Yeah.
yeah, I've heard of doing like
flavor.
I've heard of doing deer meat and milk. Fucking
Yeah.
Hog meat, like wild hog meat.
I tell you what, I use the deer meat. I take water and saturate it with ice. It's half ice, half water. And I'll put the deer meat in there, put it in the refrigerator, and I change that water and ice out daily. And after about 3 or 4 days, that stuff was like pork, man. It goes from blood red to almost white looking.
Yeah, we do it in the ice chests. We quarter up the deer and then leave them in the ice chest for 3 or 4 days with ice. Just keep draining the water out of them and putting more ice.
Right.
Just bleed them out.
Like with wild hog, I'll take and add just a little bit of vinegar in there or lemon juice, and that kind of helps it along too. But just plain water would do it, water and ice.
That's what we do with like our salt cured hams, old hams, whatever you call them, country hams.
Yeah.
We'll soak them in water and 7-Up. Put a quart bottle of 7-Up in the water.
Leach out some of that salt. Yeah, when I make bacon, I put it in cold water for a couple hours just to leach out any excess salt. That works too.
Oh yeah. So sometimes things are just too salty. Can't enjoy it, you know.
Yeah,
You got to chase it down with a quart of ice water.
yeah, that much salt ain't good for you. For sure, for sure.
For show.
What's
I
that
can
out
do it.
here? What do I hear in the background? What is that? Sound like water running or something.
Oh, maybe my fan.
Oh, maybe that's it. No, you're good. It ain't bothering me. I was just wondering what it was.
Either that or the fucking cicadas out here. Who knows?
Ain't no telling.
Toby,
Okay, Tony. Troy.
I get lucky with mine. With your what?
Lucky with
Your turtle.
My
he's
only.
dyslexic.
Yeah, my only span.
He's dyslexic. So what he meant to say was, mine with lucky get I.
I seen a meme on Facebook yesterday, and it was a turtle that looked a lot like yours, but just as bigger. And it said, "God, no," he said the artist. Let's see, the artist. I think he called him artist or whatever. Signed it, and all his pattern. It spelt out God. God. You know, it's like, dang, it looked real too. I don't know if it was or not. Probably Photoshop.
And that little turtle's getting bigger already.
Yeah, that's what you were saying.
Bacon.
Yeah.
We. I don't soak bacon.
What's the question?
Right here.
DDC clarifying his. I get lucky with mine.
Oh, he's talking about what I was talking about. I leave it once I take it out of the cure. I rinse everything off good, and I'll put it in cold, fresh water
Okay. You cured. Okay, yeah.
for a
I'm talking
couple hours
about
after it's cured.
Yeah, I'm
Well,
talking
the
about
one time I didn't do it, it was. I mean, you could eat it, but it was just too salty for my
Yeah.
liking. I like it salty, but not that darn salty. So, anyway,
I guess I was one that was out of the loop on that one.
This is one for you, Randy. How big will the turtle get? He'll get like what, 30 pounds maybe?
The turtle?
Yeah. A tortoise.
Shit, they can get over 150 pounds.
Oh, really? That big, huh?
Yeah, he could get about 3 foot in diameter and over 150 pounds.
that's crazy, ain't it?
Yeah.
There's a buddy of mine used to live in South Florida, and I went there. I went there 10 days a year. But he's moved to Arkansas now. We always went to this one park, and they had tortoises there. Man, they were huge.
Yeah.
Huge.
Yeah, we went to the glass bottom boats in Ocala, Florida, years ago. Been there a couple of times, and they had like a zoo last time I went, but not even in the zoo, just somewhere in there. I can't remember exactly, but they had those big gopher tortoises, and man, they were huge. There was little kids riding on them and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, you ain't gonna be riding on my turtle though, because he's gonna have a fucking Ma Deuce strapped to his shell. Belt-fed machine gun with remote fucking firing from my phone, where I could just
Say,
log into my phone. And,
Put it on his pulse every time he took a step.
gonna have a laser coming out of the side of his head where he can laser aim for me.
Look like the Terminator.
12 shield on skid, so he can just push it along.
Gonna end up being a teenage mutant ninja turtle.
Yeah.
There you go. He's gonna need some swords and nunchuck then. Back up for the Maldeus.
This dude said, "Man, you told me milk." I said kiwi. He said, "I'm fucking losing my mind." He said, "His shit's been in there for 24 hours."
No way.
I was like, "Kiwi, man, kiwi. You can marinate it in kiwi." He said, "I'm losing my fucking mind."
Well, if he marinated his beef,
Yeah.
it's probably gonna taste like veal after soaking in that milk for so long. It's gonna pull out any beef flavor, possibly.
Yeah. My buddy Mike, He just hears what he wants to hear. I don't know how you get milk from kiwi.
I don't know.
Kiwi. What are
Guggen
you?
tried that.
You talking about kiwi fruit?
Yes.
Yeah. It's a tenderizer. Guggen tried that. He said it really worked good.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
used pineapple too, but pineapple does it fast, man. You can't leave it in there long.
yeah. Well, the kiwi, the thing about kiwi is it doesn't leave no taste, no aftertaste. You don't taste no kiwi at all.
Okay.
We do that with our fajitas.
That's what Daniel Barbacoa Bandits.
Yeah, he's the one that told me about that shit. And after I tried it, man, I've done it about 4 times now. It works fucking great.
Oh, have you really?
Yeah,
I know. I
that's
didn't know
what-
you did. I knew that. I remember seeing Guggen try it.
Well, I ain't made a video on it, but like the last 4 times I made fajitas on the Blackstone, that's what Christy preps them that way. They turn out good, tender.
Do you just slice them or do you liquefy them?
We'll put them in a blender, blend them up,
Okay.
and then just put them in a Ziploc with a skirt steak. And then she actually rinses them off when she gets them out of the bag, and then I season them with the fajita seasoning and shit. Man, it turns in. I mean, sometimes if you leave it too long, it'll kind of get too tender. You know, it'll shred on you.
Now, see, Tarina's marinade that she does every time I cook any kind of skirt steak, it's got lemon juice in it, plus it's got beer, and beer will like break down things as well. But I leave it for like 24 hours in a vacuum pack, and then if it's not a tender, when I say not a tender cut, an outer skirt is your most tender. I've bought them and cooked them before right out of the pack, and they were like ribeye steak. But the other cut is an inner skirt steak, and they're tough, But I use that marinade on either one of them. Let them go 24 hours a day before, and they usually breaks them down pretty good.
That inside steak is like it's tougher. So we
Yeah.
do them the night before, like you said, and then put them on the grill.
Yep.
Yeah, there's a certain enzyme that's found in kiwis and strawberries. That's the only 2 fruit that it's found in. But the thing is, strawberries leave an aftertaste.
Yeah.
So you do it with kiwi. I Googled it. It says exactly what the enzyme is, and it just breaks down that connective tissue, all that toughness and skirt steak, man. Turns it great. And then,
Must be pretty acidic because most acidic things will tenderize steak over time.
I think
I used beer on my last.
Al Lunacy tried the kiwi thing on fajitas before.
oh yeah,
Yeah, on a video. Al Lunacy tried the kiwi thing. Shush.
Rush.
I'll be right back. Let me go grab a beer.
Me too.
I'll tell Tarina to blend up some kiwis next time she makes her marinade. If you can't taste the kiwi, then why not?
Yeah, but like Randy said, he rinses the marinade and then seasons it afterward. When he puts it on.
Yeah, rinses it off. Yeah. With her marinade, I never rinse it off. Sometimes I want to, and then I want to pat it dry because I'm looking for a good Maillard reaction. And when you got a real wet piece of meat, you use up a lot of energy just trying to get the water off of there.
Yeah.
Before it can really have a chance to brown up like you want it. When I do a ribeye or something, like a reverse there, as soon as I get through with the indirect side, then I'll pat it dry with paper towels, put some olive oil on it, a little black pepper, then sear it. It'll brown up in a hurry.
Actinidin.
Okay, coming down the wrong
True
fucking street.
dominant.
Coming down the wrong street, homeboy. It's a dead end. You get dead, you come down this street. That's why it says dead end on that sign down there.
I did use beer in my last pork butt. We use beer a lot around here, but mostly on pork.
And just in case.
Yeah. Simon, did you figure out my sample yet?
No, shoot, I slept all day today, dude.
Nah, don't worry about it.
But I have it here. I just need to like mess with it. Bang.
Make it to where just like that, where I could just pop it up.
Yeah.
Quentin,
What's up, Quint?
So,
Real quick. Let me mute the mic real quick.
Hey, Quint, I'm mailing something off to you Monday, tomorrow. Tarina's actually going to mail it.
Yeah, one more
I
time.
got
Yeah, look at you, man. Nope, wrong one.
Yeah, I ended up getting 2 of them. I don't know how I got 2 koozies, Lance, but one for each
Christy
hand.
I went to that with Christy already. She won one. She won one night, and you won one another night.
Yeah. I think it was last week.
That's right. I got one that I can use for my beer and one that goes on my collection now. So
Yeah, you won one on the 13th, and then next night, 14th, she won one.
I seen when Russ was doing his shrimp video the other day. You had a smoky ribs towel laying there on the counter.
I did. I needed something to grab that hot pot with, so I might as well use my own towel.
I seen the pain in Russ's eyes. He just wanted to fucking say, "This is an instant read thermal pen so bad."
No, I ain't gonna talk about it no more, but I will keep using it and keep the affiliate link in there because it's been good all year long.
Every time I seen it in the video, I was like, "Here it goes. Here goes Russ. He can't help it. It's just been doing it too long."
Watch me, man. Watch me. I couldn't wait to get done with it. I forget sometimes, and there's been a few times I had to go back to a few videos before the one before and put that in there like a commercial or something, which it is a type of commercial, I guess. But
Right.
it's like, God, I'd be so glad when I ain't got to do that no more.
You had to do it for a whole year?
Yep. I signed a contract. They had to pay me what I wanted. And I really didn't even realize the affiliate part of it would make good money, in time. There were some months, man, I made over $300 just selling thermometers on it. Damn, but on average, it was usually about 150 a month. I mean, that ain't big money, but you throw it on top of everything else, it's definitely worth talking about,
Definitely extra
So
money.
will you continue to mention them?
No, I'll continue to use it.
Right.
Unless it looks like the sales drop down to 0 or something like that. But I got a whole year's worth of videos already done where I'm talking about it, and them videos are going to get views for a long time to come. So I'll still sell them if I didn't ever mention them again, for a while anyway.
So the links on those videos will keep on working?
Yeah. Yeah, I got my own page. You click on that link, and it's kind of a black page. It's got my logo and my face. It's even playing one of my videos.
Mm-hmm.
And the only problem is it kind of ticked me off. They really kind of did me a disservice. Oh, we made you a page and we're showing the thermometers that we sent you. There used to be 3. Last time I looked, they took 1 off. Instead of the way I first did it is I linked to their website. Anything you buy in there, I would get a commission off of. Then they just limited me to 3 different thermometers, the ones I'm actually using, which kind of cut into my money. So that ticked me off. I'm like, you're going to keep doing this. And, you're putting the screws to me.
When they pulled that stuff with that discount thing,
Yeah.
Said no.
They done that to me too. Didn't seem to matter. Well, you got to realize not everybody's going to see their ad. You know what I'm saying? They're liable to see mine and just buy it and not even know that they're offering it for even less if they buy it straight through them,
Right.
Which they are buying it straight through them, but they didn't offer us the same discounts.
Yeah. Well, I ended up getting 4 through your link, though.
Yeah. sometime I want so bad to whip this one out because
Do
they
it.
got it. But
Oh,
I'm
That's,
I
that's
took
my
that
go-to.
man. I had that affiliate on here for years. Never sold the first one. I'm like, there ain't no way I've had that on there that long and never sold the first one. I said they got something jacked up to where
Yeah.
it's not registering or something. But so that's one reason I keep using ThermoPro. Hell, they both work identical. Ain't one better than the other. But that one cost a whole lot less than that one.
You know what it is?
That's about a third of the price. So if anybody's interested, go to no, I'm just
oh, hold on. There you go. Now you can do it how you want.
yeah. If anybody's interested and needs a good instant read thermometer, then check out ThermoPro. I'll have a link in the description box of not this video, one of my old videos because I don't do this no more.
We'll see you later, Des.
Yeah, you get Boo up here, he'll start talking about what is that tire company he's plugs? Grumpy Tire, home of the million-mile tire.
Yeah.
Where's Boo? You didn't send Boo a link, Simon?
I did not. Let me.
I used to run on the Maypop tires, Maypop any minute, and go for matches. Strike one and go for another. And new sip away, good for syphilis, gonorrhea, the herpes, and other things not to clap about.
Y'all remember that guy that blew up real big on social media years ago? He was a homeless guy, but he had the perfect radio voice. Y'all remember that shit? Yeah, he was like on the side of the road.
Something about that. Yeah.
He had like the perfect radio announcer voice, and he was just a homeless guy, and they ended up like putting him on social media and took him off the streets, and he was doing like commercials, but then I guess he kept hitting that crack pipe. So
I don't know, but I'll tell you something. That just kind of reminded me. This is years ago, and it was on a kind of like a 90 minute or 60 minutes. It was on a show like that, and there was an old black guy that was homeless, and he was picking up aluminum cans, and he got to where he was collecting a lot of them by hand. Then he just got started growing. Next thing you know, he started hiring a few people to help him pick up these cans. And long story short, later on in that them talking about it, he ended up having a full blown business, recycle business with 18 wheelers and everything, and just cleaning up the streets of New York, with all these cans and stuff. I'm like, that just goes to show you, man, if you got a will.
There was an.
What's the Oceanic or something like that organization? The ones that go around, same thing you're talking about, Russ. They start picking up all this debris out of creeks and wood areas and anything that's where water passes through.
What's the name of that group? Green something. Green Earth or
They've got a huge.
Green something. I can't remember.
yeah, you can
Green Day.
Green Day's a band.
That's a group.
Yeah, Green Day is a group.
Greenpeace.
Greenpeace. That's it. Greenpeace. Yep. I think they do that kind of stuff. In some communities, I know Derek helped with that when he had the sailboat down here. Every year, they'll have a bunch of people volunteer to come clean up the beach and everything with garbage bags and their hands, and they'll have a big showing for that. And sometimes they'll take a boat right over to Deer Island and do the same thing for all the people that totally disrespect it and just throw their garbage out.
Drives me crazy, man. I can't even stand going down the road and see someone throw a freaking bag of McDonald's shit out in the road. We never had that problem to about 10 between 10 and 15 years old ago when McDonald's moved into the area. We never had that problem. Now you go down the road and just see bags full of McDonald's shit thrown on the side of the road. It pisses me off. It's like you got to be on your way home or near a trash can. what the hell, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
that's
in
one thing I don't do. I don't fucking litter. I don't know.
my old truck, I would just throw things like in the back or whatever. And then like once a month I'd get a garbage bag and I'd start cleaning up my mess. It's just from driving into work and driving back and stopping somewhere. You're driving, just toss it off to the side, pick it up later, but it never got thrown out of the window and never
The only
will.
the only time I throw something out the window is if I finish a beer and I'm driving and I throw it out the window because I don't want to open container in the car. But it's aluminum cans. Somebody in Channelview is going to pick that shit up, so I'm contributing.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be throwing a dime out the window because somebody's going to pick it up.
The worst things to throw out is anything plastic. That stuff will last a million years before it really, what I'm saying, aluminum cans. You've seen them old ones, and you grab it, and it just kind of follows the dust. It's been out there in the weather for so long, like 15, 20 years. Eventually, it'll return to the earth.
Bat was here earlier. I'm not sure if he's still in the chat or not.
Yeah, that's the thing. If you drive around here, like driving to work the other day, I noticed all the burnt grass on the side of the freeways, man. People throwing out cigarettes and shit and catching the grass on fire.
Yeah, that's
Like
what
from here
pisses you
to
off when somebody throws it in your yard.
yeah,
Can't stand that crap.
yeah. I started putting my cigarette butts in water bottles. I'm not throwing them out the window right now while it's so dry because
Yeah,
driving to work, I just noticed it the other day. Driving down I-10, man, like every quarter of a mile, there's a big black burnt grass patch area.
I was just gonna say that here on the south side of San Antonio, 35 south, every half mile there's a big black patch of burnt
Yeah.
grass.
Shit, cigarette butts burn forever too when you throw them out, man. They'll roll with the traffic and shit, and they'll get places.
I should start. I ought to get me another can crusher. I had one years ago and start crushing all these cans, and I should just sell it. I mean, why not? We're sitting there throwing it in the recycle bin, roll it out by the road, and then they turn around and melt it all back down, I guess.
Yeah,
Well, I mean, if anything, it'll probably get you a tank of gas. Or
yeah.
no,
I seen a dude on Reddit that he had built him a little furnace, and he was melting down his aluminum cans and putting them in like those like meatloaf tins and making aluminum bricks out of it.
Yeah.
And his fucking driveway was fucking aluminum bricks.
Wow.
It looked actually pretty nice too. Like they were nice and square and paved. I mean, it looked like. But I guess if you ever got desperate, you got there and dig your driveway up and fucking sell all your aluminum fucking bricks. You know,
Honey, we got to sell the driveway.
gotta sell the driveway.
but,
Yeah, but it looked pretty neat. I mean, it looked like a lot of work, but it was a little post on Reddit. I don't know if you ever look at Reddit.
your doggy.
That's a fucking dog down the street, man.
He got a voice on him.
Yeah.
There he is.
I don't know. Yeah. Nobody has Bat's address because usually Christy has a book and she has almost everybody's address.
I
Maybe
got
you
it.
don't
I'm looking it up.
You got it?
Yeah, I got it. I just got to look it up.
Okay.
Follow the Budweiser cans.
Yeah.
Follow the Budweiser cans.
Simon,
Yes, sir.
I'm going to text it to you.
Thank you, sir.
You got Hopple's address or phone number?
I have him on Facebook. I just sent to his messenger.
Well, I can do that.
Oh, there you go. Who's cooking? That's dope.
Man.
Yeah, I would have had that candy and stuff out last week, but she had that issue with that thermometer. She just got a brand new one and she ordered, and but she's got it worked out now where she can just go by the color of it. But she's been using that with the other one, and this thing that's accurate. But the one she's been using, it's 11 degrees. 11 degrees off. No, where she was trying to bring it up. I think she said 310. She's actually at 330. that, or not 330, but 321, enough to overcook it. Not
Is
by
it
much.
was it a mechanical one, or
No,
was
she
it
got it's a salon one with one of them clips, and it's got a digital readout.
oh
It's made by Taylor. They also make little digital scales, like jeweler scales. I got a Taylor scale for measuring low grams, like stuff for my sausage making. But it's that brand. She hadn't used it yet, but she's got to start more batches tomorrow. She's already got orders for more of this stuff. I'm like, dang, you might
Mike
not have.
Hop. I'm sorry, Russ.
I was gonna say she might not have to worry with an Etsy store. She can get enough people around here to buy it.
No, definitely. Mike Hopple, Bat's address is coming your way.
You can say it right here on. You can say it loud.
I hear this man has millions and millions of dollars to give away.
Uh-oh. Yeah, you can't go by eyeball. You don't need to be. You don't need to be weighing it out.
Yeah, man, grams. That's small units right there compared to ounces. That kills me when people ask me like, "Why are you using grams? You're an American. We don't use grams." I'm like, "The heck we don't."
he's a
Where you
Almost.
been? You living under a rock? I try to explain it to them. It's like 1 ounce is 28.3 grams. Try to divide 1 ounce. Let's say you need 3 grams. Try to figure that out in ounces. Try to measure that, or you know what I'm saying. It's just like it's so simple to use grams.
Yep. The Colombian birthday cake. You got to measure it in grams.
damn Troy.
I bought a replacement, and that son of a beep was off. Over. Was it a Taylor too? The other one? Don't tell me that. Don't tell me she's wasted her money. I want to buy her like a commercial thermometer. I told her just to wait, and next thing I know, I get an email from Amazon where she done ordered one. Like crap. They got some really high dollar ones, but I mean, I don't want to spend high dollar, but something better than what you're gonna get off of Amazon.
Yeah.
But like I said, and I told her, I said, well, when you get that new one and use it, compare it with that before you trust it.
Troy, that ThermoPro still working good for you? Troy won that 4 Pro. Those are nice. I have the same one. Now that I do like. If I'm going to use a thermometer, I do like that one.
Which
That
one?
4 Pro wireless.
4 Pro ThermoPro wireless.
Yeah, I had that one too.
TP10 was it maybe?
I got mine from Sam's. It came in a pack. It had a 4 Pro or 3 Pro or 4 Pro fucking. They're wired though. They got, and then it's been lasting me a while.
Yeah, you say you used it today. I do. I don't. If I'm using a thermometer like that, it's because I got something else to do somewhere else on the property. But I do love that thermometer. That is a nice thermometer.
I guess
Yeah,
I need to break it one, but mine still works. So.
I went years and years and years like cooking with a thermometer because they didn't make digital thermometers for a long, long time. Yeah, that's the lightning. But and really the only thing I use it for now is either mainly just for steak, like trying to dial in where I want it.
Yeah.
Chicken, I can look at chicken and tell when that's done. I still use it, the thermometer since I have it, why not? But anything else, I'll use it just to probe the meat, like on a brisket or pork butt or anything like that.
Sometimes I don't even turn it on. I just go in there and poke it.
Yeah.
With it,
Just
That's why I
sitting
did
there.
beef ribs a couple of weeks ago. I just used it to probe into where it was tender,
Yeah.
or if it was still tough.
Well, on YouTube, you're dealing with a lot of people sometimes that are brand new, just not getting interested in this. And I would recommend them use a thermometer since they're available now. That way, depending on what you're cooking. But
If you're cooking beef, steak,
Yeah.
I would highly recommend it if you're not really, or
Yeah.
even if you are experienced. I mean, to hit that right moment,
Yeah.
because 5 minutes can destroy you.
You seen what I did with that shrimp on that video?
Yeah.
I just took
Yeah.
one. Yep, we're good.
I mean, also the carryover too. You know, if you don't know the temperature you're pulling it off of, you're
All
gonna
right,
set that switch on the counter, and you can carry over
five
overcooked.
degrees or better. Yep.
Yeah.
I watched a video Malcolm Reed did one time. It's probably been 3 or 4 years ago, and they did a video about that. They foiled one of them, like tinted it, and then one of them they just left out, and the one they left out without the tint actually went higher than the other one, which kind of blew my mind because that steak's putting off all the steam and it's kind of domed over that steak. Something like that one would have had more carryover, but it
Right.
didn't. Not on their video, it didn't.
Yeah.
Pretty wild.
I'll tell her, Mike. She's probably in there watching. I don't know what her and Bailey are in there doing.
She's probably flicking me off the TV.
Yeah. I heard Mike was about ready to get sent to the corner.
I missed it, man. Honestly, I haven't looked at social media today at all. Christy tells me everything. And when Christy constantly showing me her phone, like, look at this, I don't have to go on Facebook and look at it. I already seen it.
You spot on, Troy.
Yeah.
Spot
I missed
on.
it because she showed it to us in the Discord. But when I went to go look at it, she already taken it off. But I didn't get a notification or anything off of it. You know, I usually do.
Yeah, that's what we got. The TDO is family friendly. If you got something X-rated or R-rated, you go to Dickie's page and post
Go to
that.
Dickie's page. Yeah, TDO. We want to keep it so our children and grandchildren can see it. And post your family events, man. You take your grandchild or your child out fishing. Post a picture of it, man. That's what the TDO chat's all about.
I would put my mom and her little great grandson on there, but
Yeah, I'm the same though, Mike. I guess
Picture somewhere
sense of
though.
humor-
it's
my
a
sense of humor.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say I saw that picture.
yeah.
Yeah, sometimes I'll be like, hey, ain't that bad.
Yeah, that's the one I saw.
Yeah, that's the one I saw. That's the only one that there is. My niece was here only for like a couple of hours, and my sister went and picked up my mom and took her over there.
Yeah, I'll put that in the Facebook. Dark Lorman, how are you, sir?
I seen it on Facebook because I noticed you favor your mom a lot. You know, run eyes and stuff.
Oh yeah,
I thought so, or I think so.
there's sometimes where I notice I look like my dad, but it's usually when I'm really really tired
Yeah,
because that man worked a lot. Even on his days off, he had another job that he worked. You know.
right.
Chef had a question up a few back about a brisket. Man, I really don't. Hey, Christy, I really don't know.
So I have to ask someone else.
I don't get into that side of the cooks. Like George would be one could probably help you some, but we're not going to get him in there this evening.
Yeah, I mean,
I would make him pick out the brisket and buy it, and you cook it, and you charge him for your time and your wood and whatever. That's how I would do it.
Yeah,
my wife did 6 pork butts one time for a guy right up the road. It was their wedding, and he was wanting me to do it, and I told her I wasn't interested. I don't do catering, and so she goes, "I want to do it." So she did it, but he bought all the pork butts, and I told her, I said, "You don't want to lose any money. Let him buy everything, and then all you got is cook it. It's just pure profit at that point, you know, whatever you think's a fair price."
Well, what I was gonna say, it depends if you're buying the brisket. So if you buy the brisket, I mean, depending on your price per pound that you pay to buy it, that's how I go off of when I do a brisket for sale. And I can get pretty cheap. So I sell them for 140 for a whole brisket, about 8 pounds worth of brisket for 140.
Oh, I forgot you sold. Yeah, you're the man to ask. Heck, I've never done that.
But that way may not be a bad idea either. I mean, you buy the brisket, and then they got to complain about the quality of the piece of meat.
Yeah, I have a couple of friends who will buy briskets and have me cook them. And they just pay me for the cook.
Yeah.
I have a friend who buys about 3 times a year. He'll buy 8 racks of ribs off of me, but he buys them and I just cook them for him. But
Yeah.
I will also just cook racks of ribs like for just for sale. And I only do
Who,
that whenever I
who did
need.
I cook brisket for that time? Who was that?
Pablo's ex-wife,
That
Linda.
lady? Yeah, well, what did I use? I used some of, what rub did I use?
Oh shit!
I don't even remember, but I cooked that lady that brisket and it looked so good, man. I forgot what rub I used on it. I never even got a chance to try it.
Yeah, I've been asked numerous times to cater this and cater that from people we know. I'm like, I'm sorry, I don't have. That's back when I worked too. I really didn't have time to. I didn't even want to go there, but I could now. But all my good stuff's over there in Mobile. I ain't got nothing to smoke on.
What about? There's one for you,
Yeah,
Simon. Yeah.
yeah. Um, you'd have to shop around other barbecue places around you, see what they're selling per pound, and then try to work it out from there. Because here, there's some places that sell for like $28 a pound.
Well, what you do is you go to Dickey's Barbecue. That's a barbecue chain. You buy a couple pounds and say, "Hey, your brisket's ready. Come get it," and mark the price up. And
But
man, that was
that's,
a tough cook, man. But I got her did. Here you
so
go.
at 140 for a whole brisket for 8 pounds, I just divide it 140 by 8, and that's my per pound. And 1750, yeah, and I think that's what I have it for on my page on my Facebook, 1750 a pound.
Shit, I don't know how much profit Bucky's is making, but they goddamn taco that I got the other day was what, $7 for one fucking taco,
They're
brisket
making
taco.
mega bucks, man, because
It was a,
they sell the freaking the little sandwich also, and that thing's packed with meat.
yeah, that's the first time I've ever been inside of a Bucky's. First time I've ever been in there, and I was like, "Fuck it!" It was in the morning. I bought me a taco. When I went to the register, she rung it up, and that taco was the same price as a pack of cigarettes. I was like, "Holy shit!" Hey, but it was a banging ass taco though. It was good.
The Rocky tacos are the best.
Utopia, what's up, man?
Yeah, what's up, Blue?
The,
Yeah, that's I was thinking to myself though, I was like, man, I wonder how many tacos they made out of this brisket. And I know they sold every goddamn one of them because that place is a spectacle, man. You go in there, it's like so many damn people in there.
Bucky's is literally a tourist attraction.
Yeah,
Yeah,
now it is.
I've been in
Steve,
one.
I think was in the one in Baytown a couple months back or something like that.
Yeah, that's the one that I stopped at, the one in Baytown.
There's one like I think it's right when you leave Alabama into Florida, or maybe it's in Alabama. I'm not sure. But me and Tarina stopped by there on our way to go see Booger US 500 one time, and this is COVID had already happened, and man, that place was wall to wall people. I mean, you had to walk sideways, and she's in there. I said, "We need to go." I said, "We're going to Boogers, and I don't like being around all these people. Let's just go." And, oh, come on, then, let's go. I couldn't stand it. I don't like being around that many people, man. I just don't.
Yeah, it was.
So before COVID, it was still busy in the Bucky's, but after COVID, I went to Houston. It's the one near Katy, Texas.
Yeah, that's the one with the car wash, huh?
Yeah,
That's got the
man.
world's largest car wash, longest car drive-through car wash.
So we left Houston going back to San Antonio. We stopped for gas, and I went up to go to the bathroom and buy me a drink. So I went to the bathroom, no problem. But when I went to go pay for my drink, all the cashiers were uh, all the way to the back of the store.
Oh no shit.
I was like, fuck this.
So
Shit,
the Bucky's, yeah, the Bucky's in Baytown, the one that I stopped at, that one has the Guinness Book of World Records, the most gas pumps at a gas station.
Wow.
It's just like two football fields of gas pumps.
I think they're adding more too. They're adding something.
Yeah. You know the fucked up thing about it is I still had to drive around to look for a gas pump. That's how many cars were there.
Yeah.
The gas. Well, Bucky's has their own like. When we were shut down for Harvey, Bucky's has their own like gas refinery and stuff like that. So when other places weren't able to get gas, Bucky's was still getting gas delivered
Yeah, and
because they're in-house.
and they're generators too. So if
Yeah.
everywhere loses power, Bucky's is still open selling gas.
Yeah. Their prices are good too for as far as gas. Very competitive.
Yeah, so that one you stopped at in Katy, Simon, that's got the Guinness Book of World Records for the longest drive-through car wash. And then the one in Baytown's the most pumps. They try to get that, whatever.
Yeah.
They probably got the Guinness Book of World Record for the most expensive brisket taco.
You're all tied for that one.
I think y'all said y'all don't have like sheets and Wawas your way, right?
What?
Nah, we don't have them.
Sheets and a Wawa.
No.
They're,
I'm stopping
they,
at Wawa
I think
like
they're,
a quarter
they're a
of it.
wannabe Bucky's, but they're not a Bucky's. It's a gas station where they have like 20 to 30 pumps. They sell food.
Yeah.
Bathrooms are so clean, but they're clean. I'd still put toilet paper on to see if I want to sit my ass down. But
Man, you ain't got to worry about it at a Bucky's. Those bitches are clean. Like there's at least 2 attendants in the bathroom at all times.
Those are the lot lizards that DDC's talking about.
I was just thinking the same thing. They're the ones selling your picture later on.
I hate that freaking Bucky's and Whataburger left Texas. Like, what the fuck? Like, that was a Texas staple.
Yeah, we have Love's. Love's is a truck stop though.
Yeah, we have a Lowe's right up the road here.
Yeah,
There used to be more of them.
It's about 2.5 hours south of here.
The Love's, the biggest one I think was in West Texas, man. That thing it looked like a Bucky's. I mean, big. It was all for 18-wheelers, like for the gas.
Hey, Love's has them Nashville hot chicken wings, man. Them bitches are banging, man.
The ones around here, they had a Subway in them because my niece was working at Subway when she was a little girl. And actually, not little, she was in college. And one of her main jobs was working the Subways. It's like 2 or 3 different Subways that she worked at.
I think you only got to be 15 or 16 to work at a Subway, too. That's one of like places you can work at, early.
Yeah. Her first job was at a Mexican restaurant, and it only lasted about a week because they were driving her ass hard. And she was only 16. Her first job. Her best friend worked across the street at a Dairy Queen and asked her to come over because they were hiring. She got hired there, and she loved it. But she was 16 when she first started working.
Simon, can you shrink the screen down? Russ and Randy and Christy are almost off the screen. Oh.
It's the chat. When your chat's pulled up and you're typing, it raises it up.
Let's see.
Yeah, because I'm seeing everything fine on my end.
Okay.
Well, yeah, on the computer, it looks great.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on.
See, like when I pull that up,
Oh, yeah.
that's what it does.
I did something earlier, and I couldn't remember what I did.
Yeah, he's saying to shrink it, I reckon, but how does it look on a phone?
Well, let me look at YouTube actually.
Look, there's Mike's fucking milk soaked ribeyes.
It still looks the same. Yeah, it looks normal.
Yeah.
You guys
But
are
when you tap your
color,
keyboard, when you tap your keyboard at the top, it pops it up higher, and so it cuts off part of the screen. But that's just when you're
that's just part of it.
Yeah. I mean, I need to sit up taller.
Mike misunderstood me. He thought I said milk, so he's been soaking ribeyes in fucking milk for 24 hours.
I think that's so funny.
He was like, well, fuck.
He actually did it, huh?
Milk might actually work, though. I mean,
I don't know. I'd hate to see what that thing tasted like. I agree. It could do something to help tenderize it, but
I think it would taste like veal. I think it tastes like young calf.
That or yogurt.
Yeah.
I'm a big girl now. Well, I mean, I've always a big girl, but I'm taller. Fuck off, Kent.
Even here?
I don't know.
He was earlier.
Christy's short. Christy's short. That's why everybody's nuts over.
I'm not that short. I'm average.
Everybody's nuts over you, babe.
Ah.
Oh, shit.
Mike, that's what I usually watch it on my TV. It's on my Xbox. Just because it runs faster than the app on the TV. So I don't know why.
I'm not 5'3". I'm 5'5.5". 5'6" with shoes on.
Well, you're almost as tall as me.
You see? I'm Russ size.
I used to be 5'8", but the last time they measured me when I had that surgery, I was 5'6". I'm like, holy crap! I've lost two whole inches over the years. Really?
You ever heard that song by Jason Boland and the Stragglers called "I Want a Rich, Young, Dumb Nymphomaniac"? You never heard that song? At the end of the song, he says, "We'll make her 3 foot tall and stand right up to here with the flat spot on her head so I can rest my beer." It's a good song. It's funny as hell.
Yeah, I don't know how tall Trina is, but I'm not much taller than her, about like that.
One of your old pictures popped up from 12 years ago or something like that. You and Trina.
Yeah, I shared that. It popped up on me, and I shared it. That's before we got married, and I had just flew in from Virginia on one of my visits. You know, they would send you home I think it was every 6 weeks for a weekend. They'd fly you home and fly you back on a Sunday afternoon. We'd come in on a Friday and leave, turn right around on Sunday. That was one of them trips back. That's when I was about, God, 50, probably about 55 pounds lighter, and worked out.
That was
That
international.
was an international hello.
Or get out of here, or
Yeah.
Where's all these little spiders coming from?
Fucking mamas are breeding and releasing them, and the wind's just scattering them bitches everywhere.
Put the turtle out there, and he can eat them.
These are herbivores.
Yeah, he won't eat them.
You got lizards too, didn't you say they'll eat them?
Yeah, we got all that shit, man.
We haven't really. I've only seen this year one leopard gecko, and normally we have a lot of leopard geckos, but this heat, I think, just wiped them out.
Yeah.
Sad.
Dude, we got fucking ants in our house. Well, we did. Christy's
got
put
no more.
poison out, but I'm saying,
I'm spraying
fucking-
the fuck out of some
I
ants.
guess it's because it's so hot and dry outside. They're coming in looking for water.
A lot of Papa
We
was
got-
telling me today that a lot of people are having that issue with fire ants.
I was sitting there watching the video today, and I kept hearing thunder and lightning. I'm like, dang, it must be getting ready to rain where they're at. Anyway, I paused the video and going, hey, damn. And I looked, and everything was over here. Well, let's see, where am I? Everything was like coming from Gulfport over here. It wasn't on top of us. Then a little while later, I heard it again. Bam! Then Serena texts me and says, batten down the hatches. I'm like, it's to our west and a little bit to our east. It's not on us. I went and got up and looked out the window. It was storming. I'm like, oh crap! Where'd that just popped up all of a sudden? Like, but it rained for about 30 minutes hard, and then it quit. But it did cool things off. It ain't
Yeah,
not
yeah.
hard enough rain. We
I
need
need to
about,
get a hold of Tyler and see what the hell he's gonna do. He's got that hurricane fishing to come right up his ass.
I already messaged him and sent him a picture, and they'll be on the dirty side, but they don't really flood where they're at.
Yeah, he's
And-
inland a little bit.
Yeah, so he's not worried about it. He's like, we might get some wind, but the rain's not going to bother them.
no party.
Then it's going to hit more to the north of him.
And Tyler's in a brand new house too, so
Okay.
it's strong. Brand new brick home. He's like the little pig that built his house out of brick. So
they've gotten a lot better with pinpointing these storms over the years. I remember years ago, they'd say it's going to come in here, and that joker would turn, you know, and next thing you know, it's coming in your back door. But they pretty much nail it nowadays.
Coming in the back door, huh?
Yeah. Yeah. Coming in my back door. I said that one year when I was at work, and I said, "Yeah, you watch that thing's gonna come right up the Pascagoula River, the eye of it." And lo and behold, if it didn't turn and do exactly that, it come right into our town. I'm like, God bless it. Shouldn't open my mouth.
Well, hey, if you can go ahead and just throw out a tropical storm hitting the Houston area right now, that'd be great. Because we
Yeah,
need it.
we could
So
use the rain for sure.
Dude, I got cracks out in my backyard that are 2 inches wide, dude. Just in the ground, just the ground cracking.
I got huge brown spots on our grass. The front's not too bad, but the back, and it hadn't grown. She cut it like 2 weeks ago. At this time of year, normally you got to cut it every week, and it's not even long. It's short. I'm like, yeah, it's a lot of it's dead. Those crispy, it's just freaking dead.
Yeah, I'm not cutting our grass. I haven't cut our grass since the mowers mowed for my son's birthday. Because I mean, when you cut it, it's just leaving it more vulnerable to the sun and the
Right.
heat.
It's gonna
It's gonna be hate.
Right. It's dormant right now. Just let it alone.
Yeah, it's all crunchy. It's like walking on crunchy sticks right now. It's crazy. It's so
Yeah.
sad. Because this yard was all green and lush and pretty, and the heat has just killed it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Wesley brought me back there. He was like, "Look at these fucking cracks, dude." And he was showing me them cracks in the ground, just in the dirt. That's how dry it is.
That's what happened in Oklahoma during the Dust Bowl. It was very similar to what everybody's experiencing now with that ring of fire. And it dried that ground out and created dust storms, and it was bad. It's like during the Great Depression years, I guess. Couldn't
Yeah, the
grow
Johnson
crops.
grass and the weeds still grow.
Right.
Yeah,
Shit, you look at all this. I look at the weather and shit to track this little tropical storm or hurricane, whatever it is, and you could just see Texas. We ain't even gonna get no rain. There's not even no rain in the forecast, like the 10-day forecast.
as much as Torino likes. Go ahead.
I wonder if that's why we said we got something on. Oh, they're saying Monday and Tuesday now. It was Wednesday and Thursday.
Yeah, no, there's
That hurricane
the
coming up
storm
there.
coming up that's going to hit Canada mostly, so you are going to catch some rain from that. But and then like this one that's coming, like Adelia or some shit, it's going to come up through Florida, go across, hit Carolina, and then depending on the high pressure system, it may come back inland towards y'all.
Yeah,
But,
we got a cool front actually making its way down here. That's going to help steer it more off, or that's what they're hoping. That's what I'm
it ain't
hoping.
something cool though.
No, it's going to drop a little bit from what I heard, but we'll see. This time of year, being in August, I doubt it cools down much.
It's a very unique name, man. Idelia.
You know what? People don't use fucking names like that, dude. Like, so my grandmother, well, I guess that would be my aunt. She was named Odelia, and then there was a neighbor down the street. His name was Buford. You don't ever fucking meet nobody named Buford no more.
My mom's cousin's name is Laverna Beatrice. We call her Mutt. I don't know why. I don't know.
You don't ever get them old southern redneck names no more.
Nah.
No more Billy Bubbles.
No more fucking Buford.
I got a
Gertrude.
Bubba.
No more Gertrude.
I got a Boone.
A Boone.
Trying to think.
You ain't even got to fucking study when the mom names you Boone. You're just expected to be dumb for the rest of your life.
But he's always been called Boone. I don't know why. He's pretty fucking smart though.
My mother's name is Bertha.
Chris. Your mom's name's Bertha?
Mine is. Her name is Bertha Anita. Of course, her maiden name was King, King. But she hated that name. Her brothers, she got or had 9 brothers, and they all called her Bert. They all called her Bert for short,
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some popular hairstylists that live in Baytown, and their name is Orpha and Dorfa. I was like, what? Sounds like some Willy Wonka shit, but them motherfuckers, like, they're like high-end hairstylists. They're twin sisters. Orpha and Dorfa.
I know Lance will remember this, but Simon might. But she hated this song when it came out in the '70s called. I don't remember the name of the song, but one of the lyrics is "Bertha Butt," one of the Butt sisters.
Earth the Butt Boogie.
Yeah, that one of the Butt sisters. She
Big up
hated that song.
or
Can't
two.
imagine why.
Well, when you hear
Butt Boogie.
Bertha, you think it's something real big, kind of like what did they name after?
Now
I
you
guess
know I gotta Google that shit now.
somebody. I think they even had a tank called Big Bertha.
Yeah, they got a firecracker called a Big Bertha.
There's
Yeah.
a game, Big Bertha, where it's like an arcade game, and you just throw these balls in this this fat woman's mouth.
Bertha Butt Boogie. Jimmy Castor.
Never heard of him. Must be in a one-hit wonder.
Probably so.
Boy named Sue.
Yep.
Yep. Johnny Cash.
For 50 fucking commercials.
My name is Sue. How
Bubble Dump. Oh yeah.
there goes that copyright strike.
Yeah, the copyright.
You're gonna get the most awkward copyright ever in fucking YouTube history.
I'll make sure.
You got 39 seconds?
I don't know. We'll find out.
Boom, boom, bum, bum.
I've never heard that. I've never heard that song.
I ain't never heard that shit either.
12 years ago, says. Barbecue Mike G. Boy named Sue. That's right.
How do you do? My name is Sue.
Wish I had earbuds. I don't want to hear the rest of that song now.
You can mute yourself and listen to it.
Hey, Christy, that's why you get paid. You're a chick.
Where the hell's my check?
They gonna pay you in towels. They're like $15.
Pay you fucking koozies.
Right?
You need to send me my latest bill, Lance. I know I'm upside down with you right now.
Yeah, because we got what, 3 or 4
I don't know.
from the last live, I think.
He's doing the left. He's gonna mute himself. There you go. Let's enjoy this.
Somebody record this and then do a voiceover.
Yeah.
Where are you, Guggen?
Where is Hammy?
He's pulling a lap right now.
Yeah. Yeah, get up and dance. Oh, I see the TDO logo back there next to Smoking Joe.
Yeah.
The chat ain't broke, did he say?
Nice. I know the 4th one down back there on that wall in that first row needs to be
That one.
taken down. No, 4th one down on the first row. Burn
yeah.
that some bitch. Cover it over with an upside down pineapple.
Lance is an equal opportunity.
Yeah. All money's green.
So what I'm asking, what's he doing that? He's probably recording it.
Troy, did you highlight Troy's comment?
This one?
Yeah. Oh gosh.
Second win, Lance. Second win.
I promise you, you listen to that song, even if you don't remember it, you're going to laugh. Just the name of all his daughters. All them
I'm
sisters.
definitely gonna.
I'll sock it to you, baby.
I'll suck it to you, baby.
Bum, 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 bum.
Oh my
Like a
gosh.
bunch of dirty old men over here.
I mean, you're not wrong.
I'm definitely gonna laugh at the song now because I'm gonna picture that dance you were just doing every time I hear it.
Listen to
I
the
tell you, you owe it to yourself to listen to it. It'd be a good smile.
Put it in Discord. I'll click on it later.
Put it in the Discord chat, man. So I'll listen to it.
freaking get that chili dog song out of everybody's heads.
Amen.
Oh crap! Yeah, you was the only one in the chat there. Did you see?
Oh, but did you see the one that Christy put in there? Dude had a built-in condiment cup.
Yeah.
I thought it was hot dogs. It was corn dogs. I was like, damn.
That dude filled up his belly button with ketchup. He was taking his dogs and dipping them in his belly button for ketchup.
in yellow high heels.
Nothing else, just shorts, Watley.
I miss that.
Corn dogs, heels, and ketchup in the belly button.
I was like, oh shit. When I first posted it, I didn't notice the ketchup. And then I didn't notice the fact he's eating corn dogs, which Randy calls ladies' night, and he's in high heels, so it was just a bad thing all around.
Yeah. Corn dogs. I call them ladies' night.
Hold on.
Oh gosh.
I could go for a deep fried corn dog right now with some mustard and some
Man, that
crinkle
sounds
and some crinkle fries, man.
That song's got 1.2 million views.
That's because people are like, listen to this shit.
And
Man, one time, oh god.
there you go, Randy.
Is that Chud?
I thought it was Zach for a minute.
I thought the same thing.
Yeah, Chubbs. That ain't Chud. That's Chubbs.
Yeah. Hey, I can see Zach doing some shit like that though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for
for
sure.
real.
Good lord.
Fucking Zach would be sitting there doing that shit, talking about something serious like CPR though, like how important is CPR?
Yeah.
So is wind coming from?
We've been having wind for days.
I think
Oh,
that
it's
hurricane change passed.
I hope. It's only gonna be like a Cat 1, maybe a Cat 2, but nah, with this high pressure system sitting on us, we ain't gonna get shit.
I watched something earlier, just about like every storm now they're predicting it to possibly get even stronger than that. So we'll see.
Yeah, well, it started out as a Cat 1, and then depending on how long it takes, right now they're saying maybe a Cat 2 right before.
Yeah.
So it's like the lower end of a Cat 2.
But see, they don't know what's gonna fucking happen because everybody don't know what's gonna happen once it gets over that warm ass water.
Yeah.
That's what I was getting ready to say. When Katrina came and hit that warm Gulf, buddy, it was Katie barred the door after that. I think they don't want to say too much until it just happens. You know, it's just all these news and or weathermen, they get all their information from the National Hurricane Center.
Is my windows rolled up?
They only release as they release, you know.
Well,
Oh shit! Look at that. We are getting some rain. Look.
Yeah, no shit. Damn.
What if we could get a real storm? Look at the radar, man.
really? Are you serious? You're pulling.
Nah, that's us.
Are
Goddamn
you
it.
shitting me? Are all my
Yeah.
windows up?
I mean, that's cool, I guess. We need some rain.
I need to call Mom and Papa.
Yeah, didn't Papa just watch the truck?
Mom's car.
He needs to do that shit more often. He did the rain dance.
When I went and watched.
Damn, y'all got a lot of rain right in your area.
That's what I'm saying.
Hey, all y'all doing for
I might have to shut down and go inside. Because this
Yeah,
fucking
right.
10 carport don't play when it starts raining heavy.
It's all
Y'all
north of you and it's coming down on you, so it's probably going to be a lot of rain unless it just dissipates.
It
We had that
says,
little bit.
it says it's supposed to be back down to 9% at 12 o'clock. So it's just going to be a short.
We got a little bit northwest of us, kind of west of Hattiesburg. That's 3.5 hours away, but it don't amount to much.
Yeah, if it starts raining real hard, Simon, I'm gonna shut down and go inside, and I'll start back up because it'll get noisy out here under this fucking tin carport.
Yeah, they were crying. They were crying wolf on that Hillary that come up the west coast. So I talked with Greg Mervich today from Ballistic Barbecue, and he was saying all they got there in San Diego was some sprinklers. That was about it, and they had to postpone some plans and everything, and pissed him off.
Dude, it ain't rained here in 10 weeks.
I was reading that one Troy put. I hear any deaths from Hurricane Hillary are now considered suicide. For real.
Can y'all hear that? Is it getting loud?
I hear it.
I'm gonna shut down. I'm gonna go inside and restart back up. I'll be back in a minute. All right.
I imagine it's feeling pretty good. All that wind and rain cooling things off.
Heck yeah.
Got quiet all of a sudden, didn't it?
Yeah. They had a lot of background noise.
Yeah, you did. Papa Top again.
Yeah.
Dark Lord. It fizzled because it was under investigation. So it hit. What did I miss?
Oh, hold on. It came up the West Coast was supposed to be worse than 1983. It fits so bad. It's not even funny.
I didn't even know California's ever had a hurricane. That's kind of a rare thing, isn't it?
It's very rare. Anything in the Pacific usually goes into Mexico. You know.
Yeah.
So they used the same name? Wasn't that Hillary that just came through last week?
In the West Coast, over by George, in California, and then this is in the Atlantic. So the new one's in the Atlantic.
I'm gonna be singing that goddamn going song now.
You're welcome.
Dogs.
I'm just sitting here thinking it's a bump, 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 bump.
Now you need to play both videos at the same time.
Yeah. One's
You
taking
could-
every other one.
You could just get that out of your head and do the chili dog song.
Yeah, I pulled a chili dog thing last night.
Or do the one that MMA did about the fart.
Yeah, no one wanted to come out and play last night.
Wow, 73 there. Man, I wish it was 73 here. It was 80 after that rain. It got down to 80 degrees. It was right at 100.
It's 8:30 here and it's 92 degrees. So
It's even though it's nighttime, it's probably actually raised up in temperature. It rained late, so maybe it didn't.
We're supposed to get to 79 tonight.
Yep, it went up 1 degree. It's 81, feels like 88. Went up a little bit, 1 degree. I'm ready for some fall, man. They can keep this heat.
Chronic wasting disease.
I get so tired of seeing that damn MSN bullshit.
9 hurricanes. I'll be darned. Since 1850. Wow. That's not many over a long period of time. Most of them that make up in Pacific, they always go west. They don't hardly ever do like this one did. Some of them do. Last year they had one that was on that side. It come over. It got into the Gulf, actually. What was that? I don't think it amounted to much, but it did. 68 right now with hardly any humidity. Dang.
We had a couple of days last week, like last Wednesday or Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, where it was really low humidity, really nice days. But we're back up to high 80s today, I think it was. It's dropped now to 76. Quinch getting our weather from last week or earlier this week.
73. I would not complain about that for sure. And I mean ones that have full on hit and land and caused some damage, not been downgraded to tropical storms or veered off out to sea and only spat of a few storms. Well, I don't know where you got to cross the Pacific, but if you keep going far enough, the rotation turns the other way. It goes clockwise, and I believe they refer to them as typhoons instead of hurricanes. It's the same type of tropical storm, but it's spinning. The same thing true with your sink drain, like in your bathtub. Ours will drain counterclockwise, but other parts of the world they'll drain clockwise. Something to do with the poles.
Yep.
Huh, never heard that.
There's
Yeah.
a place
The draining thing.
in Nicaragua, I think it is, or Guatemala. There's there's like two lines. On one side of the line, the toilets spin like the way ours do. On the other
Right.
side of the line, it spins the other way around. But it's only
Right.
within a couple of feet of each other.
Yeah, it's like that's where it all switches over. And people talk about like the poles shifting and going opposite. They say it's already happened once, where our weather would be like the north, and the north would be like the south.
The Dark Lord's
I don't want that.
calling that fiction.
There he is.
I hate the heat, but I'll still deal with
We
that
just had
over all
a fucking,
the.
we just had a tree fall in the backyard.
Oh, any damage?
It fucking broke the little pole that holds the wire for the pond, the fountain on the pond, on the pool, whatever.
Yeah.
Wesley was out there in the shop. He said it was loud as fuck.
Huh.
Look, I took a picture of it.
I thought you wasn't home because that shit was loud.
Yeah, see that tree right there? You can't see it.
Yeah, that's it.
You see the stump sticking up, that one that's halfway sticking up?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's a little small
The
tree, huh?
top of the tree. And it wasn't that small at all. It's all fucking from
Maybe
there
it's
on.
called Maybe because it's laying down.
Yeah, it's been dead for a while. I've been needing to cut it down, but now I don't got to worry about it.
Wet.
Now I got to get out there with a chainsaw and cut it up, and you can't burn right now. We're still under burn ban.
We could probably burn like right this minute.
Not with all that wind out there.
Yeah, no.
Got a freaking dog in the front yard. Go on.
Yeah, we were in the front.
No,
I didn't even hear it.
I didn't either.
I thought for sure y'all wasn't here.
Mm-mm.
But I had just seen the dogs out there, so I knew if y'all was just here or. I was like, "Damn."
Mom, what the hell's wrong with your leg?
You know,
Yeah, that would have sucked if it fell on the dogs.
Yeah.
Like the little branches at the top of the tree just brushed the side of the garage, so it
I'll
didn't.
be right back. I gotta go shoot 2 dogs with my salt gun.
Hell yeah.
They were just after something on the fence line. Said it was more like a.
Well, that's cool. That's cool that it fell and didn't damage nothing. Now I just got to cut it all up. I don't know what kind of tree it is. I think it is a pecan tree.
It ain't nothing now.
I had 2.5 fall down a few weeks ago, man. I got so lucky. I count my blessings every day I walk back there.
Man, I hate trees. I had a tree fall on my carport and smash my brand new pickup truck. Ever since then, I've been on some I hate trees shit.
Yeah.
I don't know. I got 2 dead palm trees. I got 4 tall ass palm trees up by my pool, and 2 of them died. What's up, Lip?
No trees. Try cutting. Bodark? Bodark? Boodark? The hell's a Bodark tree? Ironwood tree. You that and gum. But I don't think you're gonna get any ironwood around here.
What is those trees that make those little spiky brown balls? Those are gum trees, right?
Yeah.
Man, I was sitting there looking for wood online for like pizza ovens, that are smaller. And I got to looking and it said Academy had some in stock. So Torino's at work yesterday. I said, "Will they allow you to hop over to Academy? It's right next door to where she works." And I showed her a picture of what I wanted. She bought it. And I just opened it earlier. Look at this.
Locust is the other one that's really hard.
That ain't a good example.
They got ironwood. You can't even drive a nail into it.
And this stuff ain't nothing but like kindling. It's a whole box of stuff this size. I mean, I could start the fire with it, but I do need some splits, so I'll have to go back and get a bag of splits.
Yeah, that's that shit for them Academy pits and little.
Yeah, that actually says pizza wood. Yeah, pizza wood on the box. I'm like, no, I need something at least 12 inches long, and more like inch and a half, 2 inches in diameter is ideal. You don't want it too big because it takes too long to get it really blazing. The smaller the better, but those are nothing.
I thought that wood company, that great or that shit that everybody's using that comes in the box. What's the name of it?
Gourmet wood products.
Gourmet wood products. I thought they made a specific box for pizza ovens.
What's the name of the company?
Gourmet wood products. It should be at Academy.
There's actually quite a few. Okay, I guess the dogs are going. That was another cat.
It isn't Al or Rick affiliate for those guys.
I believe Al is.
I'll use this, but 100% oak.
That's it right there. See, look, the GWP Gourmet Wood Products.
Yeah, well, it ain't what I thought it would be. It's just too darn small. I mean, I could use it like to get a base of fire going, but man, that ain't nothing. But I still need some big splits. Otherwise, I'll burn this whole box up on one pizza. I ain't doing that. It's $25.
I thought they were bigger splits, but they were just smaller in diameter.
Yeah, that's what too. I've never seen it in person, but I thought it was just like what's there in the box, like a square 1 square foot.
Well, normally I'll just buy the bags, like B&B, the wood splits. And I got one of those round things you put the splits in, hit it with a sledgehammer or whatever, and splits it into smaller pieces. And I guess I'm going to have to buy a bag of that to go with this. This would be a good way to get it started, but I need thicker and longer splits than that. That ain't no good. Y'all must be talking about two different things. Gourmet wood, because this pizza wood, as they call it, it'll burn. But my God, it ain't gonna last no time at that. If I used only that. Over there at Derek's, where the pizza oven was.
Sloppy. Try bushy repair.
He's got a ton of wood over there, but that's over there. It's not here. 1 foot. Yeah, 1 foot would be perfect. Gourmet makes it. I'll check it out.
So the whole box is just little pieces about 5 or 5 inches?
It's like kindling. That's all it is. Maybe in a small oven it would do all right, but you got to have a pretty good fire in there, that wraps around the top of that thing.
Yeah.
To get it up to temperature.
So maybe they got different sizes. Off on to one side?
Yeah, it's off to the left side. The left side is built heavier. It's got that, what do they call it, corded steel. It's got corded steel in there in front of the stainless steel that the rest of it is, and it goes all the way up to where it starts making that turn, and then it's got a special stainless thing you slide in there and you build your fire right there, you know.
What
But
is corded steel is like fucking. It's like high strength, heat treated or
yeah,
particip-
corded steel
precipitation.
is like, it's not like carbon steel that can rust out. It'll get
Yeah,
a patina on it and it won't rust. It's not
that's what
stainless though, you know.
that's what they make them hasty bake fucking
Yeah,
barbecue pits out of.
yeah. But that's what they got on the inside. But there's, I forget what grade stainless that is. I said it in that video where I showed the pizza oven, but it's a really high grade. The outside is all 304, you know, but the inside, where what the part that's getting hot, is welded 100% first off, but it's what is it, 441 or something like that. I forget what grade it is.
Yeah, it's got to be 400 series if it's made for heat, like
It is,
410.
yeah, it's 441, I think, is what it is.
Yeah, that's all the 400 series stainless. It's ferromagnetic. You could put a magnet on it, but it's high
Yeah,
temperature stainless.
right. I tell you what would work if somebody, had a business building pizza ovens, would be Inconel. That
Right.
stuff, man, it's like a heat sink. I mean, I didn't even say that right. It's just the opposite. It don't get hot. I used to weld that barehanded TIG weld, and I'd have my arm laying right there beside the weld, feeding that wire in, and it just would not get hot. They use it on exhaust pipe on the ships, Navy ships. All the exhaust had the Inconel.
Use that nichrome number 3. Weld that Inconel together. Come on, Simon. You know what
I
time it
can't
was.
remember what rod we used. It's been too long ago. Yeah, it's welding talk. Yeah, my bad.
Okay, don't worry about it.
That nichrome 03. Gotta
Yeah,
use that shit.
yeah, yeah. That's a dead metal, boy. If you ever weld on it, it looks good. It's just dead. You can't get it to move, until you get that heat just right. It's worse than copper nickel is. Copper nickel's kind of dead too. You know how stainless really, man, it's beautiful. The way, Oh, never mind. Sorry, Simon.
Don't worry about it.
Beautiful, man.
This one time in the shipyard.
Yeah, and I don't miss the shipyard. That's funny. But I do miss welding. I always enjoyed it. I ought to buy me a darn machine and play around with some stuff. I could build all kind of stuff if I had the stuff to do it with.
Yeah, that's what I'm buying next. I'm buying.
Would you be willing to start another channel just like welding stuff?
I would. Yeah.
There you go.
It'd probably do better than my cooking channel does.
Well,
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
not a
buying
welder, but I
machine.
do watch a lot of fabricators do all kinds of things, whether making knives or erecting buildings.
Those kind of videos, and it really floored me when I first realized that. Oh, A-Bomb 79, man. I looked at his channel once I knew who he was. I'm like, holy crap. It's like people love that stuff. He does machine work. He's a machinist.
I do watch a lot of people that make knives, all kinds of knives.
Hey, that's what you got to appreciate about Jesse James. Is Jesse James won't buy a fucking motorcycle part like Orange County choppers or anything. He'll take a raw piece of steel, heat treat it, fucking English wheel that shit, put it in the fucking hammer, and forge that shit into a damn bike part. He's a true mechanic,
I remember him having issues with like Orange County and all the other other ones that were on TV, because all the parts were mostly were all bought and put together, and he would actually make everything.
What's his wife, Roberts? What was the wife, the actress he was married to?
Sandra Bullock.
That was Sandra Bullock.
Sandra Bullock, yeah.
Hey, Troy, you forgot to attach. Oh, never mind. Here it comes.
She's the one that gave him the nickname the Vanilla Gorilla.
Okay, that's the same brand as the wood I got here, but it's just different wood. That's bigger wood. Yeah, that would work good. Academy might have that. I'm gonna have to go back in there myself. She's off tomorrow. I might run up there and look. If I could find that size and maybe keep a box of this just to get it started with, that'd be perfect.
Hey, Mike, aren't you a welder?
Thank you, Troy. Appreciate it. Yeah, that'd be perfect. I'm getting ready to do up a bunch of pizza dough, not for videos or anything, just for me to cook during a week or whatever. I thought about doing a video showing how I make the dough and then turn around and vacuum seal it and freeze it, and then show one that's frozen, and then show it 5 hours later, and then do something with it.
Yeah.
Russ, if you're not making a Frito pie pizza, I'm fucking disappointed.
A Frito pie pizza. That sounds pretty good.
That's what I'm saying. The reason why I'm saying that is because today I ate a piece of leftover pizza and I had Fritos and I didn't want to use another paper towel, so I just took a handful of Fritos and put it on top of the pizza so I could walk around with it. And then I was looking at it, I was like, fuck, this is a Frito pie pizza right here.
Yeah. I could see that done in a deep dish, like a Chicago deep dish, but you got your pizza crust and it's deep, but it's Fritos in the bottom, then chili and cheese and stuff like that. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah. I didn't want to waste a paper plate on one slice of pizza, and I didn't want to waste 2 paper towels, so I was looking around. I was like, fuck it. I just put my Fritos right on top of the piece of pizza so I could walk around the house. And I was looking at it like, this is something right here. This is an idea. This is a Frito pie pizza.
It's a thing.
Yeah.
That's one I haven't tried yet. I was going to order the pans. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you said Chicago. You meant Detroit style. Okay. Never mind. Sucking on a chili dog.
Frito pizza.
With the Bertha Butt sisters. There you go.
This lens looks kind of foggy inside.
Well, we're babies after night.
Instead of Quint. I mean, Lance.
Yeah.
The fucking lens. I don't know. It just looks kind of foggy in here.
I think it's playing off the light in the back.
There you go.
There.
That looks better. Well, maybe come up one night.
It's doing a halo effect from the neon sign.
I'm looking at your scan. That might be a little too much. That's fine for live. Hell, I look like a red Indian or something, man. I always look red on this camera for some reason.
Yeah,
So does Lance.
See, this is the lens that I had screwed on there. It's just a little filter. It's a little dark color filter. It keeps them lights outside, them neon lights, from flickering.
I look red even on my regular videos, but I go in there and do color adjustments. And I dropped that video the other day doing a shrimp. I had to fight with that. And I forgot about that window being behind me with the blinds open, and it just blowed out, but I had to bring the levels up in order to see me, you know what I'm saying? And the thing, but it is what it is.
It didn't help at all. Sometimes I notice, because it's really cold in this house. Well, not really cold, but it's cold in this house. Sometimes when I take my camera outside, that fucking lens will fog up on you right away.
It's because it's so hot outside.
Yeah, that's the one I found. I have this little set of filters, and it's got different filters. With that smoky color one, man, it really keeps them fucking neon lights from flickering. So that's what I've been using. When you see me outside in front of the barbecue pit, I got that smoky colored filter on my lens. I know.
I found a bunch of filters the other day for some lenses, but I don't know what they do. But they're all, like you're saying, like tinted lenses.
What, Mike?
I'll tell you what, I used that little Olympic today.
Right there, Randy. Right there.
Yeah.
To take some pictures. That thing worked pretty daggone good.
Your new lens?
I got that one, but so I won't have to, so I can stop taking the Canon on and off the tripod. I brought out another digital camera I had when I I used to have a business where I ran insurance claims for Philip Morris, Capital One people when they relocate with their jobs. Now I had to take pictures of the damages. So I broke out that old camera. It ain't been turned on in probably 20 years. Close, that's probably exaggerating, but that thing worked pretty good. It's got a 35 to 95 millimeter zoom lens on it.
You know what I take my thumbnails with? Sometimes I take them out of the video itself, but most of the time that right there.
Yeah, Christy uses her phone for her thumbnails too.
Yeah, I have to. Like the thumbnails that are taken with the camera are too big. It won't upload them. I have to take a picture with my camera, email it, size it down to where it's under 2 megabytes or million, whatever, and then
Yeah,
edit
it's gonna be the size for YouTube. You got to size it down to 1280 by 720, and
That's straight paint.
that's proper thumbnail size. Mine
See,
are
I-
like 4,000 and something by whatever. I mean,
East
it's
side,
the same.
I can't even do it. What the east side,
Yeah.
Houston, right there.
That must be Sheena's people from Oklahoma.
If I take a thumbnail from my actual video, like I save that particular spot that I'm at, I can save an image or save that frame, then it's way bigger than 1280 by 720. But when I pull it on my desktop, I can hit the tools and I can size it down to 1280. When I do that, it automatically, the bottom part takes care of 720. It's the same aspect ratio. It's just a way larger image inside of, you know.
Microsoft won't let me do that no more. Pissed me off. I used to be able to resize. All you had to do is click the word thumbnail. And now they took it away.
Huh.
So I just go to like, I think it's, I'll go to 1280. It's too small for a thumbnail.
Right.
So I can't fill the spot up. So I went to like 3,000 something. And it automatically it automatically fills in the height number. And usually lately I've been getting a half decent looking thumbnail. A few videos that are too
You
narrow.
size it to 3,000 something and YouTube accepts it?
Yeah.
Never heard of that, because I forget to resize mine sometime, and I got it all finished, and I'm like, oh crap! So I'll double click on it, open it up, then I'll resize it right there on my where I'm looking at it. There's some tools on on the iMac, and I do that, then I re-upload it. But whatever you got on a big thumbnail, you should still have it, even though you size it. You're not cropping it to get that size. You're actually shrinking it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Everything
Well,
should
it's
still
like,
be in there.
I can't remember how many decimal points, or not decimal points, but what's the other one? Damn it. Not decimal points. I can't remember what it was, but if I do 1280 to whatever, or 1280 is a width, and I let Microsoft assign its own height, it's not wide enough for a thumbnail. So I started playing with it one day, and I jumped it up to like 3,000 and just let Microsoft set its height, and it fills the thumbnail up perfectly.
Oh, okay. I see what you're doing. Okay.
Yeah. So when I make mine, I make sure I start out with 1280 by 720.
Right.
Blank page.
Yeah.
And then I fill it up with whatever I want.
Yeah.
Parameters.
Now, see, if I shoot in portrait on this phone, it allows you to edit to where you can blur the background and leave what's up front looking crisp and clear. But it's always the dimensions are off. It's not going to fit perfectly for a thumbnail. So I'll take and open up a blank canvas that's at 1280 by 720, and I'll drop that picture on top of it. Then you can size that picture down to fit perfectly. You know what I'm saying? And with your crop tool. And that's how I do it. A lot of times, most of the time I don't have to, but if I want it portrait, I have to do that.
But if I'm doing thumbnails or the backgrounds for like StreamYard,
Yeah.
I start with a blank 1280 by 720,
Gotcha.
and the high pro. And then when I do one for like the community post, I just make sure it's square.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just send a picture to Simon and he makes my thumbnails for me. Pretty easy.
Let me do something here real quick. Let me find a picture.
The street paint.
Downloads. Okay, this I'm just going to randomly do this. This picture, I'm going to first send it to my computer that I'm on. AirDrop. All right, let's see here. Russ Jones. All right. Now the size of this picture, the way it came out of the camera, and I'm talking about my iPhone camera, is 4,032 by 2,268. All right, so let me find it on this computer now.
Pixels. Is that it? Pixels?
Pixels.
Yeah, pixels. You can do pixels or inches. All right, now let me go back to here. I'm gonna share this, Simon. This is one I didn't use in the last video I did. All right, I'm gonna share that. Let me know when you see it.
Right there.
You got it?
Yep, it's already on the page.
All right, here's how I size it down. That was 4,032 by 2,268. I'll go up here to tools. Wait a minute, let me do that again. God bless it. Okay, adjust size. I'll go 1280. I'll hit enter because it's already at 720 when I went to 1280. I'll hit return. And there it is. That's thumbnail size right there.
Yeah.
That's all I got to do.
And that's through your software.
That's through my Mac. Any Mac can do that. You just open a picture and it's got tools up here where you can adjust contrast, color, whatever inside of the computer without having to bring it into another program, which I do use another program to add color and things like that. But if I'm gonna size it, that's the easiest way to do it. Just open it, size it real quick, save it at that, and I'm golden, you know.
Yeah, it used to be that easy with the, like I say, the Microsoft. All you had to push the words thumbnail, and it did it automatically. Now they got to be all assholes about it.
Yeah.
I'm not using their software is what it is. Their editing software, I'm sure. It's what I think it is. I don't trust them some bitches.
I used to pay for the Adobe Suite, but I got tired of paying $40 a month for that. So I paid for
it's getting all ornery.
I paid for Affinity Photo and Luminar, and that's all I use. It's on my machine, and it's not web based like Adobe is nowadays. And that's all I use.
I usually shoot my thumb.
The only thing I usually use for thumbnails and
speaker didn't revise the shit locked up.
logos and stuff is Procreate on the iPad.
Genesis Cream Ale. That actually sounds good.
Yeah, my board got broken shipping, man.
Tyler didn't make you another one?
Huh?
Tyler didn't make you another one yet?
Not yet. I ain't worried about it.
He get it. I talked to him the other day, man. He's been pretty fucking busy lately, like with work.
Yeah.
So grapefruit juice. Sophisticated.
That's why I worried about these candies I'm getting ready to mail out, man. I hope they don't get crushed or nothing. There's gonna be a bag full of crumbs.
So you're gonna put them in the box, though, right?
I'm gonna put them in a box and maybe buy some
peanuts,
bubble wrap to stuff around it or wrap it with, then put it in the box. You know,
yeah,
that's all I can do, really.
I had a Model Especial last night, preparing myself for my my Gringo. Damn it! I forgot the word again.
Birria.
Tacos today.
Birria.
See me, I would just call it birria. I don't know how to roll Mars or whatever. Trina does. She was born down there in South Texas.
That beer, I tell you what, man. If you haven't had one of them, oh, you don't drink Budweiser anyway. Randy drinks Budweiser.
Well, let me get this.
I tell you what, man, that Modelo Especial is some good stuff.
But this is the one you had, though, right? The Oro?
Yeah.
The oil. You have the gold.
Yeah. That's good. That's real
I
good.
drank it.
Oh, have
You
you?
never had the Kawamas, what is it? That's the La Familias, huh?
I mean,
Yeah, I've only had Budweiser since I've had other beer, but Budweiser was my beer to go to.
I think those are Corona.
Those are Corona, huh? Yeah. The La Familias, they're not
I
Modelo.
mean, yeah. It's just a 1 liter bottle.
We call them
They
Kawamas.
They want $11 for a 6-pack. I was too damn cheap. I said, y'all sell these singles? I said, yeah, up front. I went up there. There's a big ass 24-ounce can. I was feeling sassy last night after one of them. They're 4.4 alcohol. I was ready to go. So let's go. Come on. Where all y'all at?
That's like 2.5 of your beers, man.
Yeah. So where's everybody? No one wants to come out and play last night.
Shit, I was out in the garage crying.
So what's it about it's the I guess the hot wire or the sensor wire for an aftermarket car alarm?
No, dude. I told you, look, I took the bottom of the steering column and everything under the dash apart. And if you connected all those wires, they would reach to Japan, and I could ask Nissan personally what the fuck wrong with this truck. That's how many wires are underneath there, bro. Everything's just fucking taped together and zip tied and fucking cut and spliced. And I'm under there for like an hour and a half on my test light, just trying to figure out what's hot and what's not. Seeing what the fuck. Looking at YouTube videos, I have no idea, bro. I've hooked up hundreds of systems, not really alarm systems, but just radio systems. So I kind of got an idea of what's going on. But I thought it was a starter. Fucking starter took me 2 days to replace. That starter's a motherfucker, dude. That thing's in the middle of the engine, dude. You got to take all the fuel rails off. The whole manifold has to come off.
Yeah,
so that ain't the problem.
So I've never heard of this event, but I'm not a smoker, so.
So it's the car's alarm or it's the radio's alarm?
So right now what I'm thinking is somehow or another the ignition has lost connection to the chip in the key. You know what I mean? I think I'm going to have to get a locksmith to come over here and reprogram that fucking key because I think the chip that's in the key is not registering to the car.
Yeah.
According to the light that's on the dash.
It's like
so right now,
what do they call that key? Different keys. You got your key that does everything, and you got your key that allows you someone else to borrow or something like it, but doesn't unlock the trunk and all that other stuff. They have to be programmed. We lost one, and it had to be programmed, like you said.
Well, so since we took the battery out of it, the valet key, yeah. So since we took the battery out of it, they said that could be an issue. The ignition could lose recognition of the chip because it's not the ECM. I've checked the ECM. I've gone through all that. That motherfucker's good. The starter, that's what I thought it was because of the clicking. Changed the fucking starter. Now I'm $600 deep into this problem, and I still fucking can't get fired to the truck.
But it ran and all that when y'all got it there. You just all of a sudden.
Oh yeah. Christy drove it out of my driveway around to my back driveway and pulled it in the shop. And fucking after that, the only thing Wesley did was he took the battery out of it so he could detail the engine. But he didn't get nothing wet. He just basically wiped everything down with cleaners and shit. And when he put the battery back in it, now it don't want to fucking start.
Did you double check the cables, make sure you had them tight?
Everything, Russ. I've tried everything. Yeah, I've been all over there with my fucking test light too. Make sure I'm getting fired to everything, making sure fuses.
Yeah.
So if I do take it to a Nissan dealership, they told me it's going to cost $595 for them to diagnose electrical.
That's ridiculous.
And I got to get it towed to a Nissan dealership.
I don't trust any dealership. I would take it some local like automotive electrical place before I would take it to a dealer.
Yeah,
There you
Chris.
go, Russ.
I tested the computer, the ECM, all that. I've tested it. They got a you know they got a way to test it, and what it does, it'll go through the everything the ECM does. It'll put your windshield wipers from low to high. It'll flash all the lights, turn signals. It'll honk the horn, turn your fan on, turn your AC compressor on. It does all that in a sequence. So I know it's not the fucking ECM.
Yes, Trade Paint saying yes, it's the key.
Yeah, I'm starting to lean towards that too right now.
I don't know who they are, but they're one of Sheena's people out of Oklahoma. They must know something. That was the evaporator, Russ. The evaporator went out in the car for the AC unit.
Leaking. That'll do it. How do you find it to die out of the drain tube?
Yep,
Yep. That's how we check.
yep.
Yeah, I've checked everything. Trust me. This is going on day 4 of me fucking testing everything.
But Derek worked a whole week down there at his new job, and he likes it.
It's all right.
Yeah, I seen that toolbox you got, man. That toolbox
Yeah,
is
man.
sweet, man.
They hooked him up, man. They buy any tools that he needs or whatever. It's like I said, dude, you need to learn all you can about being a diesel mechanic and stuff. He goes, shit, I plan on just retiring here. I love it. I'm like, good deal.
Yeah.
He'll get to where he don't want to shoot any video. He still says we can do it in the afternoons, and stuff like that, which I don't need to go over there right now because I got to get all these product reviews out of my hair, and then I'll probably go over there and do something. I want to fire that old hickory back up, man. It's been a while.
Dude, I'm gonna tell you, man, right now, dude, my ribs are so bruised from fucking leaning over that damn truck, and because I gotta stand on a step stool to get in the truck. I mean, it's lifted.
Yeah.
But right now, my ribs are so fucking bruised. All my knuckles are busted up.
I don't miss them days, man. I used to do all that down there. It was a second job. I'd leave my day job and go do automotive at nighttime. And as short as I am, I had this little step stool. I would step up on the first step, and I'd have to lean over, and all these trucks are way off the ground. And I'd be like that up against my ribs for hours sometimes, sitting there trying to work. And man, it gets so sore you couldn't stand it. Just bruised the heck out of them,
No, Mike.
When you had your live Friday, Russ, man, when I got home, I caught like the last 45 minutes of it, but I didn't jump on. I went out there and started working on that truck. I spent 4 hours out there under the hood of that son of a bitch, man.
Oh, that's fine. I just sent you an invite in case you was able to or whatever.
Man, I was so late. I was so late coming home, dude. I was like, man, let me get on this truck. And I had you on the TV. I was watching, but I wasn't commenting or anything. I was lurking.
Yeah.
And then by the time I got to a stopping point, you had already ended. So.
Yeah, I didn't want to go over 2 hours. I think Sam Tuesdays on. I think you said an hour, but you know how that goes. We're liable to go to having a good talk and all, and last longer.
11 hours later.
Yeah.
Is he going to cook crabs or anything, or is it just going to be a TNA?
It's just going to be me and him. Just he'll be inside. I couldn't hardly hear him this morning, but I had this machine running too, and when he come up close, I could hear him. Finally, he got the hint after we commented on that. But this one we're doing Tuesday, it's just gonna be me and him discussing it. Like boiled versus steamed, and he said we could talk anything really, but that'd be kind of like the subject for the live.
He was referring to somebody about, and I couldn't hear exactly who it was, but he apparently respects their opinion when it comes to cooking seafood and all that.
Yeah.
And of course, he was giving you shout outs too, but he was talking to someone, and I couldn't. Every time he walked away from his damn mic, you couldn't hear nothing, but it was something about, and I don't know if I'm even close, but was it Grandpa's seafood or something like that?
I don't know, because Greg Mervich called me right when I was watching that, and I just had to turn the volume off at one point. I typed in the text that I'm on a phone call, I'm here, but I'm not here. so I wasn't able to hear nothing after that point.
Yeah. All right, Laura.
Hi, Laura.
Yeah, that's the
All
thing,
right,
dude.
Laura.
I tell you what, my 1993 fucking Ford Ranger, I go out there and turn the key, it fires right up. Air conditioner, electric seats, all that shit still works on that old ass truck, man. The
Yeah.
only thing that's broke on that truck right now is the 4x4, and I think it's that motor on the transfer case, because that's a common problem with those Fords. That motor turns and tells it. So
Yeah.
You see that video of Discord I sent you about the Ford Ranger?
yeah. So there ain't no airbags in that motherfucker. There ain't no goddamn computers and shit. It's just all mechanical.
That's what I told Derek. Talking about that Jeep he's got. I said, dude, when everybody else, like, let's say we did have an EMP, like somebody blew up a EMP type nuclear weapon above our heads out in the atmosphere. I said, everybody's gonna be screwed unless you got a vehicle like this that don't have a computer, it don't rely on any kind of electronics. I said, you'll be able to get up and drive off
Yep.
until somebody pulls you over and steals your Jeep.
Shit. There's gonna be a bunch of them. There better be a bunch of them.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
I'll put fucking coffee table in the back of that bitch with his Maldu strapped to his shell. We'll be a unit.
Yeah, he's trying to get it up and going good between now and opening day, deer
Yeah.
season.
Nah, I got big plans for this Ranger, dude. I mean, like I said, it's a toy. And you know what? I was looking because Wesley's truck's in the backyard broke down in the driveway. Christy's truck's right in front of the door of the shop. So I got two broke down trucks back there. But I was looking, my little Ranger ain't much fucking bigger than my riding lawnmower, so I could still get it in and out the side door and work on it. I could drive it around the pool, no problem. Yeah, I'm gonna put a lift on it and some big tires. I think I'll put 33s on it. If I put this 6-inch lift that I've been looking at on there, I'll be able to put 33s on it. Make a little something that I could drive down to Galveston and drive over the sand dunes and go fishing in.
Oh, I heard something.
Yeah.
They were talking about the 2024 MFL Fishing League, and there's a place in Texas called Tripod Lake. Is it Tripod? But they were saying that it apparently has gotten real good now for fishing, where it was the worst around for a while, but apparently it's done something.
I only fish saltwater. I don't fish in lakes.
Yeah.
I fish in a real big lake. It's called the Gulf of Mexico.
That's it, baby. I got saltwater in my blood. I can't eat that freshwater fish.
I was raised up fishing in freshwater, but we also fished in saltwater. We did both, but I'd rather eat saltwater any day over freshwater.
Yeah, I'd rather have rock or blue or something like that, but I got rid of my Go Fast and can't afford to keep feeding that thing with this little electric motorboat or that little 4 horsepower gas motor. It'll do just fine. Catch some crabs.
Hey, when everything's said and done, I'm gonna have this little black Ford Ranger lifted up on 33s, 4-wheel drive with that Boston Whaler hooked up to it. I'm gonna have a unit, son. Yeah, it's gonna be a fishing machine
with coffee table running shotgun.
Just riding right there. Think I won't take my turtle fishing? You're crazy.
I have to put it on a leash.
I put a tie strap. I put a ratchet tie down on his ass and put him out on the front of the boat. What's up, John?
Make me look.
Hey, John.
Suck it on a chili dog.
There we go.
Sucking on a chili dog.
Later, boo.
Sisters. Toledo.
Toledo Bend, is that what it's called?
Yeah, Toledo. I think that's
man.
it.
That's right in between Louisiana and Texas, around the border.
Yep, sure is. Good crappie fishing in there, I think.
Man, you'd be surprised, dude. Toledo Bend has valleys in it. Like you get like 400 foot deep in that lake.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
it's got valleys. It's got like actual like underwater fucking mountain range, but they got valleys in there that's got super fucking deep.
Huh.
Do big ships go through there, like cargo ships and stuff?
No, it's a lake.
Oh, it's a lake. Shoot.
Yeah. If you look at a map, look at that big lake right in between Texas and Louisiana. That's Toledo Bend.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, it's not like the Great Lakes. They do have ships that run through them.
Well, that's connected to the Mississippi, though, ain't it?
I don't know how it's connected, to be honest with you, but I know they got ships in there.
A pressure smoker.
Remember the song, the Evelyn Fitzgerald? That's what that song was about.
I think, though, they could go up the Mississippi all the way from the Gulf of Mexico up the Mississippi to the Great Lakes.
Oh, I don't know. Hang on.
I think they have locks. They have locks they can flood and try to put ships through them.
Yeah, I don't know if these ships just stay in the lakes, like taking stuff from one place or next, or if they got access to the Gulf or what. I don't know because I don't live up there. I finally got to see whichever Great Lake runs by Wisconsin. We actually flew over that, and I'm looking down. We're low too because we're getting ready, or actually, it had already started our descent down, and I'm seeing boats and all kind of stuff. I'm like, damn, there's one of the Great Lakes, Lake Michigan, I think. But let's see.
Troy
Oh, I know.
Troy is saying Edmund Fitzgerald.
Yeah, Edmund Fitzgerald.
What's John talking about though? A pressure smoker.
Gordon Lightfoot.
From Cajun Fryer.
I'm
I never heard of it.
I never heard of a pressure smoker.
Come on, how do you make this bigger?
That's what she said.
Okay.
Then she gave up and went next door.
Oh fuck! Did you
Actually,
watch? That's the big question.
there is an inlet that takes you out to the Atlantic. It must be pretty wide. It don't look wide on this map, but it goes from it actually goes up through Canada. Lake Ontario. No, I don't know if that's solid water all the way down or not. I don't see no way that it connects to the Mississippi River. None at all. It's a long way from the Mississippi River.
I might be mistaken.
Mississippi. Oh, wait a minute now. Lake Superior.
Pressure smoker.
There's a Mississippi River. Yeah, maybe so, Randy. Maybe.
I know a guy that's a tugboat captain, and he said that they used to go up the Mississippi River all the way to damn near Canada.
Yeah, it's Mississippi River. Oh, that's a highway I'm looking at. There we go, Mississippi River. Golly, it kind of ends though right there south of St. Paul, Minneapolis. So I don't know. Didn't know. I had to Google it, man.
I just assumed he was talking about a big waterway because he's talking about pushing 12-pack barges all the way from the Gulf of Mexico to the fucking Great Lakes.
Huh. Must be some way then. That map's so big, it probably ain't showing the smaller canals and stuff that ships can go through.
$400, John. You stole that if it's what I'm looking at.
But yeah, they get severe weather and them lakes, they're pretty good size. When we flew over it, I'm trying to look at the other side of it. I couldn't see it. All I seen was water. Kind of almost looked like when you go to the Gulf down here and look out, you can't see nothing, even though there's Barrier Island just 12 miles offshore, but I couldn't, I can't see it.
11 miles is your limit. you can when you're offshore on the rigs and you look all the way around you and there's the horizon, the sky meets the water.
Yeah.
You're seeing 11 miles.
Yeah.
Because that's the curvature of the Earth. Is
right.
You know,
I got
11
you.
miles. So
Yeah.
Have y'all
that's why
ever
it can be flat.
have y'all ever seen a flat earthers uh say that the Earth is flat, and they're like dead set on their science that the Earth is.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, their science is completely flawed.
I know a guy. I know a guy right now. I can call him on the phone and he'll fucking argue until tomorrow about the Earth being flat. He says it's like a plate. He said it's round, but it's like a plate. He's like, you can walk all the way to the edge of a plate, can't you? I'm like, yeah. He said that don't mean it's round.
That guy's done too many drugs.
$1,300.
He picked it up for $400. Well,
Kind
that
of looks
was
like a hickory. It's shaped like an old hickory on the top.
This is the 4. It's like a vacuum machine. It's pressurized smoker, so it says it can cook a full brisket in 2 hours.
Is that one of those pressure smokers y'all were just talking about?
Pressure smoker from Cajun Fryer.
I'd be scared to do a brisket in 2 hours because it can't get that much smoke flavor, can it? I put at least 8-9 hours on a brisket just smoke before I wrap it. Usually,
It says that it
depending
can
on
do
the
a
part.
whole brisket in 2 hours. Works with a patented smoking process utilizing a pressure vacuum regulator. The regulator varies the PSI inside the sealed cooking chamber, breaking down the connective tissues and the meats much faster.
Well, it's like
This
pressure
gives you
cooking.
fall off the bone meat, world record time.
It's like pressure cooking.
Yeah.
Like an instant pot, but it you said it
Yep.
does vacuum too?
Yes,
Vacuum
sir.
too? I just wonder what that would taste like compared to
I ain't never seen a video on that shit. That'd be a banging ass video to do.
YouTube, right there.
Huh.
I ain't never seen one of our group do that though.
What's the name of that channel?
I'm gonna assume it's Cajun Express Smokers.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like that's cheating.
I never heard of it.
I feel like that's cheating more than a pellet grill.
Yeah.
Unless you're cooking at a barbecue fucking store, you got to make 12 briskets a day.
I was getting ready to say, man, one of the things I enjoy, like on them long cooks, is just sitting around a smoker and drinking cold beer. I mean, I don't want to do no 2-hour brisket, you know?
Made right there in Homer, Louisiana.
Homer, yeah.
Made in the by God US of A.
America.
Somebody's always trying to come out with the next best thing, ain't they?
Oh yeah.
I give them credit. At least it ain't from overseas. Them overseas motherfuckers trying to cook a Texas brisket in 2 hours.
Pitballs. I don't know one, but I've heard good and bad. So it just depends who.
Yeah, it depends on who you talk to. Don't ask cooking.
Well, it's been my experience of having this channel for 11 years. If you bought a pit and you own it, it's the best thing ever. If you want it, you know what I'm saying?
My smoker is bitch to work on, to cook on, but it's all I got right now. So
yeah.
If y'all ever see me make a video on a pellet smoker, it's because I won that motherfucker for free.
It'll be the one video, right?
It'll be the video that I use it on, just to thank whoever I won it from.
I tell you what, man, I did them pork butts. They were only a couple weeks apart. There's a huge difference. Huge difference.
Oh yeah, you may do
You
that.
get used to cooking with them pellet smokers as a convenience. Push a button and walk away. Do something else. Um, but the stick burner just I so love. I mean, I prefer to cook with a stick burner. If I can dedicate that kind of time, because I don't have the 1/4 inch steel stuff. I've got the 1/8 inch, steel, and I got to keep feeding it splits. But I enjoy it, man. And then
I do too. In
you
the
get
winter
that smell in
months,
your nose, and you can't get that smell out of your nose until you take a shower the next day.
yeah.
It just
Oh, I know. Yeah, I enjoyed it too, but I don't enjoy it this time of the year. I don't enjoy any kind of pit this time of the year. It's just too stinking hot. I'm miserable. But
It's been shit. So I've been working straight for 10 weeks now. So it's been at least that long since I've even fired my stick burner up.
yeah, that's what I love about that old hickory. It's not but pure logs. If that's the way you want to run it, you can run it with charcoal and logs or charcoal and wood, but I don't. It's got that gas system. I'm running up, but pure logs. But yet you dial it in where you want it. You walk away just like a pellet grill. I say it's got the convenience of a pellet grill, but the flavor of an offset or better. I love that smoker, man. But you'll pay dearly for it. That's for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
But you also make it up on not buying so much wood for it. 'Cause it's burn.
yeah.
Oh, it's very efficient on wood.
I mean,
But
So,
who was that said? That was
so
John
did
L.
they,
I think he said the only pellet smoker I would buy is an LSG. The LSG is the only one I kept. And I say I kept. It's actually at my youngest son's house, but it'll pop up on the videos sooner or later.
yeah. Go ahead,
He,
Sheena. Ask Google what he thinks about a pit boss. Go ahead. Go ahead.
should be interesting.
what's up, AJ?
Ain't that the one that caught on fire on him?
You don't like no pit boss. And I will say, there's a guy that I take my dump trailer to, and I buy a trail load of see, told you, Sheena. I buy a trail load of pine needles to mulch our flower beds, stuff, shrub beds with pine needles because it's just more beneficial to the plant. And it only cost me $30 for a 16-foot trailer load. But he has the same damn problem with his pit bosses. Crazy inaccurate. He took it off his screening back porch because it catches fire and stuff. Same thing, but I guess there's good and bad. I don't know. I've heard some people swear by him. Dumb moose.
The
Yeah, I might
moose.
have to watch some videos on that pressure smoker. That just I don't know, man. I don't think it could beat a good low and slow brisket.
You know what they say about things that are too good to be true, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, they probably are.
probably ain't true.
Just some things you can't rush or don't need to rush. That's like uh that's like the hot and fast brisket. I did that one time. I said I'll never do it again. If you like pork, I mean, if you like beef roast, go for it. It don't have time to get that smoke on it like it needs.
Yeah. Now I question it, Chino. I've seen enough stuff that make me worried about him. Like Guggen's just saying right now, I tried to burn his house down. And this guy that I don't even know this guy. I just saw it. I said, wow. I said, what do you think about that pit boss? He said he can't stand it. He can't stand it. It's the only reason why he still has it because it's almost damn brand new.
Kept getting burned back into the pellet hopper. That's scary. You get a fire up in there, man. You got a fire,
Yeah,
especially if you got a full loaded pellets in there.
man. If I ever get pellet smoker, I'm gonna make sure I move it away from the house.
Yeah.
Yeah, my nephew has that Rectech, and he said that it caught on fire one time on him already too.
Any
Thanks.
any pellet grill can catch on fire,
Yeah.
including LSG. I done seen it. Not with me. I keep mine clean, but up there at Iola Car Show last year, Jeff fired that thing up, was getting ready to cook on it. I looked, I'm like, holy crap, dude, your pit's on fire. Lid was down. He opened that pit, woof. I mean, it went up to the trees. I'm like, good God, dude, I didn't know this thing would do that. He said, yeah, I needed to clean it. There was enough grease there to where I guess he turned it up hot. I don't know, but it burned every bit of the grease off. It was clean when the fire went out, and we sprayed some fresh oil on the grates and went to cooking. Never missed a beat.
That's what happened to my gas grill. Too much grease fell on the bottom of the of the cooking area.
Yeah, it'll
I
do
turned
it.
it on, started cooking, and just
Oof. Yep. Yep. I've had that same experience years ago, way before YouTube. I meant way before, 20 years before. I bought one of those what is it? Sunbeam brand gas grill. And I had a bad fire one day with grilling chicken, all that chicken fat falling off in there.
Dark Lorman must be a fan of Smoke Daddy, and that's what he does or has done. Old 50 styles refrigerator turns them into smokers.
Yeah.
Big cold smoke you.
Yeah, that's like Thyron on that TV show that he did. You know, what did he get? The washer machine or something like that?
Something like that. I done forgot, but yeah, they had a whole
Yeah.
pile of appliances there, and each person had to pick which one they wanted, and he had to show them. He had to show every other contestant how to set it up for a smoker.
Yeah.
that was
Filing
lady,
cabinets and-
yeah, that was a lady in the show, and when I saw him do that, I'm like, oh, he's gonna win this show.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
that was
deserved
that was a
to win
good
that.
challenge. That was a good challenge right there, though. I like that. And fucking
Right.
turn an old appliance into a smoker.
Yeah,
I've seen him turn file cabinets into smokers before.
They had a
Yeah.
filing cabinet in there.
They have one on the show.
yeah, they sure did. Yeah,
Yeah, I don't get them channels.
I watched it on Netflix, I believe.
I think I did too. Now that you mention it.
I gotta go pee, guys. I'll be right back.
Okie dokie. Okie dokie. Peas and okra.
Yeah, it's a cold smoker unit, Dark Lorman. I mean, the ones I've seen actually will use those Bradley puck smokers, and they'll attach them on the outside and bore holes through the refrigerator to cold smoke. Use a refrigerator as a cold smoke unit. But what you're describing there is basically like was it PS Seasonings, PB 100 or 101, whatever they call it,
PK 100.
PK 100.
One pound of smoked beef ribs is $29. Dang.
Yeah, I should be getting that newer PK 100 either the end of this month, which we're right here at it, or sometime in September, I guess. I just had to call here one of them girls there because I was asking Jeff, has he heard anything about the smoker and the dry ager they're supposed to be sending us? He says, no, I haven't heard anything since that last email, and he kept talking. He said they just want to make sure everybody's home when they send the meat. I said, what are you talking about? I didn't get that email. He goes, well, hang on. He pulled it up, and it showed all the people that they sent that email to. He said, yeah, there it is right there. Russ at smokyribs.com. I'm like, oh, crap. I said, I don't even use that email address anymore. I said, I took my website down over a year ago. I got tired of paying $40 a month for something that really wasn't doing anything but taking money, you know? And I said, I did use that email a lot. That's really the only reason I kept it. It was more of a personalized Russ at smokyribs.com. So I had to call her and said, look, I don't use that email. I didn't get the email, but Jeff just forwarded it to me. If you would take that out of your system and use the one that I'm sending this through. I've had that email forever, man. But
Yeah.
so
Dude, you had all kinds of merch for sale in that video when I was watching the other day, Russ. The shrimp video.
Oh, you talking about the t-shirts and stuff?
T-shirts and hoodies and all kinds of shit. You had all that stuff on there.
I've had that, and I turned it off for a while because nothing was ever selling. It used to, then it got to where it wasn't, you know, and so I just clicked a button back on, but I still got Lance's link in all the descriptions for hats and
I just
towels
didn't
and
know if I didn't know
shirts.
if that was I didn't know if that was somebody trying to bite off your logos and make money on
No,
the side
no,
of it.
no, you can add that to it to your channel.
That's spring tea or something.
Yeah, they got different ones too. My biggest deal with them, I didn't. Most of them I've ordered probably every shirt that's on there at some point, but I had one of them that got here, and I really liked it. And man, after about 4 or 5 washes, every bit of that crap come off there. Whatever it paint, plastic, vinyl, whatever it is, every bit of it come off. I mean, not even one speck left. I'm like, holy crap! I said, that's junk, man. I don't want to sell that, you know. But it was the only one. All the other ones they held up. So maybe it was a fluke.
Something
When you
went
gonna
wrong
get
in
your
the process.
when you gonna get your sublimation shit going, Lance?
I don't know. I mean, that's the kind of stuff I really need to study up on it good, so I don't have a smoky ribs moment. That's an overheat. You know, when you're putting too much heat too long to it. So I just want to keep learning about it, so I don't have those moments. They have some of them where it's also due to a pre-treatment. One of the shirts I had on the other day when I was working on a car, that's what they had those made, and that's what they were improperly pre-treated. They didn't peel, but they faded the first time I washed them. Like where you could still see it, but nothing was vibrant no more. And I just want to make sure I don't have any of those issues.
Yeah.
Those
Yep.
RXT shirts that I had screen printed, dude, them some bitches are holding up good, dude. I've worn mine 100 times. Christie's washed and dried them. They're still fucking perfect.
I saw Christy wearing one the other night. As a matter of fact,
Yeah,
you
they
could
were
tell the
pricey.
size of it. They still look great and crisp.
Yeah, they were pricey, but
Yeah, supposedly PS Season is going to send. Obviously, there's a lot of people getting that smoker and that dry ager, but they're sending everybody meats to use in it. I don't know if it's for the smoker or I'm like, hell yeah, if y'all send me a big old ribeye about that long subprimal. So we'll see.
damn, one
That's next.
pound smoked beef rib, $29.
In California, I saw that.
Well, some biscuits around here are like $28 a pound.
I think
Cooked.
George was selling ribs for that the other day, wasn't he? In California,
I
wasn't that
don't
what he was selling them for?
I don't remember.
I almost want to say that was. No, I'm not going to say because I don't remember for sure. Well, I was sort of kind of thinking he said $29 a pound.
That's for the bone and everything. They're weighing it as a rib.
Yeah.
Man, I don't know, man. I don't know if I can do it. I like barbecue, but shit. I guess if I was in a pinch and I was traveling or something.
Yeah, no. That's about like the crabs around here. As much as I love crabs, man, I get gout. I don't give a shit. I gotta have crabs when I gotta have crabs. But it's just they're just too expensive. I mean,
How much is those? How much is those platters that Joe's always putting on Instagram and Facebook and shit? How much is one of those platters from his? Do you know?
I don't know, but you can probably look it up on the app that he uses, so you can order, and it'll tell you the total. But
Yeah, that's a lot of fucking food on that damn tray.
yeah, I saw that short he did today about the Texas Monthly magazine,
Yeah,
and he had the platter on there, man. There's a lot of food for like at least 3 people on there, man.
yeah, I tell you what, it's last Wednesday. For some reason, a hot sausage on a warm buttery biscuit. Man, I'm sorry, that just sounds good as shit.
no, that's that place. Briskets. That
Yeah,
place that
Texas.
sells all that shit on fucking those biscuits.
Yep, that sounds good as shit, man. Nice warm buttery biscuit with a sausage link on it. Good God.
This
I
is
don't
something
know.
I'm want. This is something I'm wanting to make. Lance, hey Simon, pop that up there if you would. That is a cracked crab cheese bread.
Damn,
No
that
I,
shit.
looks good.
I seen that on Facebook. I did a screen grab on that. I was like, I'm making that.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah, buddy. Get some of that New
Man, I'd
Orleans
do that.
French bread.
I would do that with shrimp. I would take the fucking crab meat off and put shrimp because I'm not a big fan of crab.
Oh, I love crab. You could do crawfish too.
Crawfish, shrimp, something like that.
There is a thing called crawfish bread. I've done it on my channel years ago. But blue crab, oh boy, that'd be killer on that.
We,
Yeah, I'm just
we
not a big fan of them.
You just got to use the
shrimp
right
bread.
cheeses. They use a Colby Jack and a mozzarella. Neither one of them cheeses carry much flavor at all. It's just more of a textural thing. You
Yeah.
wouldn't want to use a sharp cheddar or even a mild cheddar on crab. It's too delicate, you know.
We got shrimp bread here. It's like
Yeah.
shrimp strips that are embedded
Nah,
in the slices of bread.
I done that 2 years ago, almost as old as my channel. But I did. We had went and ate right here on Biloxi Beach, and I ordered this seafood bread, is what they called it. It was on French bread, and it was good. I'm like, man, I
Yeah,
want to
it's
make a
good.
video with that. So I did it. I even made my own French baguettes for that video in my Kamado Joe I used to have, and then I added all that topping on there, put it back in there, melted all that cheese. Good stuff.
That
Good
might be
stuff,
one to
man.
revisit. That's one might be one to
Fucking
revisit. You know.
freeze dry a bunch of shrimp and then mix that into a fucking loaf of bread. Make some shrimp bread.
Yeah. Yeah, I was gonna take some of the shrimp we did the other day and freeze dry 'em. That was my intentions until Tarina was like, "Hell no!" She goes, "We're gonna eat these." I'm like, "Okay, whatever." There went that plan. I'll just turn around and do them again.
What was it now?
I was gonna freeze dry those shrimp that I cooked for that video the other day. I was just gonna do a taste test with a couple of them
Okay.
and freeze dry the rest. She comes in there and takes half of them, and I'm like, "Oh well, I guess we're not gonna worry about the freeze dry." I'm not
Yeah.
firing that thing up for a little pile of them. I want to fill the
Yeah.
trays up. I probably need about 8 pounds. Would probably do good in that, all in one layer,
You
maybe
get
10 pounds.
PetSmart. Of course, they were them little dinky little things for feeding your fish. Randy's probably seen them before. Freeze dried shrimp for feeding your tank fish.
We got brine shrimp we add sometimes.
Crawfish with brisket. I don't know. That I don't know about that.
And
I
cheese.
did a I did
One
a
or
garlic
the other.
I did a garlic brisket. I sliced pockets into a brisket and packed it with crushed garlic.
Yeah, I used to do that. Justin
That was
Wilson
pretty good.
used to do that. He'd
Yeah,
stab a little hole and he'd push a little clove of garlic in there. He'd do it all over. He'd stud that
we
whole thing with garlic.
we do pork butts like that. Punch a
Yeah,
little hole and then stuff garlic and green onion in them
yeah,
all over the fucking pork butt. Man, that shit. I never eat it fresh. I never eat it off the pit. But I'm telling you what, once you slice it up and put it in a fucking Ziploc baggie, the next day that makes the best sandwiches.
I
Yeah.
bet. I used to do it like for like a pot roast. I would get a chuck roast and I would stud it with all that garlic.
Something I got a dog out, son.
All right.
Wheels.
Yeah, fucking stuffed pork butt.
Wake up, man.
That's
Wheels, wake up.
Cajun style, you know.
Yeah,
Wake up.
You make a big ass pot of speckled butter beans and rice and stuffed pork butt.
yeah.
I think he wants to go outside.
He was out cold. Let's go potty. Go night night. Huh? Go night night. Nobody.
I need to make one of those, man. I ain't made one of those in fucking at least 2 years, probably.
Really?
Yeah. Sometimes we do it in the oven. Shit, just cook in the oven. Man, this fucking oven that we bought when we remodeled this kitchen has an air fryer. It has a dehydrator, like for making jerky and shit. It does all kinds of shit. Christy was telling me about it the other day. I was like, shit, I ain't never even turned that damn oven on. I've never cooked on it one time. She has, but it's a badass oven.
That must be Tarina pulling in. Yep, that's her. There she is. Let me turn that camera off. It'll be going nuts here in a minute.
What's she bringing you, Russ? Some Whataburger?
Nah, she ain't bringing that. She had to stop and get her cigarettes. Cigarettes.
Yep, that's important. Damn sure important.
Yeah.
That's what I get to look forward to. Like, I'm probably gonna get off of here in the next 10, 15 minutes. Dude, I gotta go in here and shave and undo all that good shit, man. Because going to a new plant, man, you gotta have new fucking set of rules, new safety people that don't know who you are. First day, it's like the first day of school when you go into
Yeah.
a new plant.
So your backpack and everything.
Yeah, gotta
Oh, you
learn.
did a DDC did a video of that. Yeah, it's just the way it sounds. This all would be or tastes really good.
So you're not. So tomorrow's up in the air as far as you going live.
I'll let y'all know after I get in the plant and get settled and kind of figure out what the schedule's gonna be like. I'll let y'all know on Discord.
All right.
If I send you a message and say build me a fucking thumbnail, then and like Lance said earlier, that's an option. Maybe I can have Christy set it up and start the StreamYard stream and just have my avatar in the corner until I get home. You know.
Yeah. Well, you can also do what I did with Lance. You have the paid version of StreamYard, right?
Yeah.
You can add me as one of your team members as an administrator, and I can run the live. Oh wait a minute. Yes, I can start the live. It'll be on your channel. It'll be like you're here, but I'll be running the channel. At least the live until you get here.
Okay. Well, if I can't go live tomorrow, if I can't get off or home in time, getting off in time shouldn't be a problem. But I'm just saying, getting home, dude, you don't understand that traffic.
Yeah.
Going through Kima and shit is a motherfucker. Because so much construction going on right there.
Yeah, the only thing is you have to go through your StreamYard settings under members or memberships or whatever it is, and you're the owner, and then you can add another team member. One is the administrator, and one is just like a member. If you set me to administrator, you have to put in my email. It'll send me an email to confirm, and then it'll let me run your StreamYard.
Yeah. So even if I take 45 though, Christy, it's still, man, traffic at 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock is fucking horrible.
Michael Stewart, anybody got thoughts on separating the flat and the point and smoking both separately? If I was just smoking them, I would do them together. But I have separated them. I think somebody asked that question here a week or so ago. And I used the point for brisket burn ends. Then I use that flat to make pastrami with. That's the reason I separated it. But if I had a whole pack of brisket, that's why I'm gonna smoke it.
Yeah, I think it's a horrible idea, but I can cook a fucking brisket blindfolded, so I would never do it. I would never try nothing new.
Oh, there's other people that's done that, but yeah, unless you got I had a reason. I actually was able to get 2 videos out of that one brisket's the reason I did it. 2 different things, you know.
Yeah, I've seen people do it to get the point and make burn ends out of all that point.
Yeah, well, that's what I was going to say. Is if I did that, it's because I was using the brisket for something else, like another recipe.
Yeah, but if you think about it, that point lays on top of that flat, it humps up, and then it kind of just feathers into it. And that part of the flat, when you cut it, you're getting part of the flat and the point, and that flat's always really good and juicy.
Yep.
The further down the end you get, it tends to get drier.
Yeah.
If unless you do it just right. But that's one reason I wouldn't do it.
Yeah, like I said, I wouldn't even fuck with it.
Now, I remember watching a video one time, and it amazed the hell out of me. It was Jason Ganal with GQ Barbecue. This is back when he made full length videos, but he owns GQ Barbecue in Denver, Colorado. He might have even more than one now. I don't know, but at any rate, he had done a brisket cook. And when he got through, he took his hand on that point and he just slid it. It just slid right off the flat. You know how you got that layer of flat in there? I'm like, damn. Then he took that point and continued on to make burnt ends, but he did cook them together, you know. And it amazed me how that point, being fully cooked and hot, it just slid right off of that flat. I'm like, damn, pretty cool.
I never seen that one.
Yeah,
Shit, if you do a sous vide rest on a brisket, you can do that.
yeah.
Once you cook the brisket, if you vacuum seal it and do a sous vide rest in it, it'll get that fucking tender where you can just pull that fucking point right off that flat.
Yeah, he didn't sous vide it. You know, he smoked it straight up on one of them old hickories, but he damn sure did it. I mean, it looked effortless too. Like, damn.
I'm thinking about doing next time I get a chance to do a video, sous videing some steaks and then doing them on that Santa Maria with some compound butter.
Yeah.
Get them some bitches on that open flame, you know, that Santa Maria. Lower that Santa Maria real good where I can get a good sear on them.
Mm-hmm. Hell yeah.
I got ideas. I got ideas for videos. I just don't ever fucking shoot them. I was off today, man. I should have shot a video today, but
Yeah, you know your ideas, that weird chicken
yeah.
and them tacos you shot.
Well, right now is my busy season. Like right now is turnaround time and all that shit. When it cools off and gets around, like Christmas-ish, because I'll be at this fucking turnaround till November. When it gets around Christmas time, these plants start slowing down. People start taking vacation. So now is the time to get it, because when Christmas time happens and in January, February is usually shutdown season. So I get a little time off in between.
Right.
I'll be able to get back on it.
You still get 40-hour pay?
Oh yeah, I'll G40, so no matter what, but
yeah. UPS was like that, oddly enough, man. Right after Christmas, I mean, you made your money August through December. But
yeah.
right after Christmas, in January to March, I mean, people are just always, it's just so slow. Drivers are going home. That's why I became a cover driver for 5 years. First 5 years, I wanted to learn all them routes. So when they, want to take advantage of that day off, hey Dan, or hey Randy, you want a day off? Your route's a little light. They let you off, and then I'd cover the route, take it out, or they'd put like a piece of Simon's route, piece of Randy's route, piece of Russ's route, put it on a truck, and I knew all three routes, so I'd just take the truck out,
Yeah, you'll know when I'm getting those G40 checks though, because I ain't buying trucks and I ain't barbecuing shit. I'm drinking Bush beer and smoking Pall Malls.
Yeah.
You get used to it, man. You get used to making a lot of overtime. You get used to living a certain way, having money in the bank and shit. And when you start getting those guaranteed 40 checks, man, just
Alexander.
You gotta put as much of this shit away as possible, Like right now, this week, I just worked 84 hours this week. You gotta learn how to put some of that shit away, because when them 80 or 40-hour weeks come, then you don't get it.
Yeah.
What's up, Miss Carol?
Save it for a rainy day.
You got to.
Huh.
So she was in San Antonio yesterday.
Yeah, you saw that.
Wonder where's Boo is tonight.
I don't know. I sent them a link earlier.
Did you?
Yeah, when we started. He must be busy.
Fucking counting coins. Nah, he's probably working on something. Probably tinkering on something.
Well, I think there's another live that he goes to every Sunday also after he visits here a little while.
I know I sure could use Boo right now though, because I know he knows about all these resistors and fucking relays and all that shit. He'd probably be able to nail this truck problem down in a heartbeat.
Oh, wow. Never thought about that.
I need to tell Boo I'll pay for your gas and cook you some food if you'll come to Houston. He's only 4 hours away from me.
That ain't bad.
Miss Carol's basic electronics.
Yeah.
Same offer, Miss Carol.
Yeah. I got a Nissan Titan here that needs to fucking is beyond this redneck's fucking capability.
I used to know Ohm's law. Back when I used to do all that crap.
I know that I say Ohm whenever I'm fucking up. I say, oh my God.
Just ask her, is there a possibility of a program key on that Nissan because they took the battery out, Miss Carol, that the key is no longer programmed to the vehicle? It started, they took the battery out, and now the thing won't start again.
Man, it's so frustrating, Dan. I could turn the key on and everything works, bro. I could turn the air conditioner on. I could turn everything on. But when you click the key over, you hear like 2 click, click, click. Nothing. No fire to the starter. No fire to the engine.
It could be your ignition switch.
Well, that we haven't rolled that one out yet, but
there you go.
That's what I think it is right there. That fucking light that's flashing on the dash is telling me that it's the anti-theft.
Can he trick it?
Well, I don't know. So the fact is well, I've replaced the starter. I replaced the fucking starter. The starter was $400. You replace that son of a bitch.
Yeah. You know what we used to call people when I did mechanic work that just swap parts? Just to see, we call them part swappers. No, I was taught to diagnose it and know for a fact that's what's wrong before you spend a dime on anything. But, you know, sometimes some of them get you hung up too.
There you go.
Yeah.
Needs to be recoded. Sounds like
I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna call Mobile Locksmith, probably the same one that I use most of the time. I'm gonna have him just come over here and reprogram the fucking key and then take a look at the ignition. I'll go ahead and because I really don't want to take it to a dealership, man. I know what a dealership's gonna do. They're gonna bend me right over. They're gonna say, you owe us $9,000 now.
I wonder why taking a battery out would cause that problem, because
I know,
like the truck I sold, I replaced that battery twice while I owned it. I never had no issues.
Well, see, that's the thing is you got to understand, Russ, like when I took all the steering column and all the bottom of the dash apart, there's what electric brakes are? Like when you're towing a truck, you got electric brakes, aftermarket electric brakes.
Yeah.
There's aftermarket lighting on this truck for that big light bar. There's aftermarket radio. There's aftermarket alarm. All that shit was underneath there.
Yeah. It ain't no telling that.
It ain't no telling, man. So there's so much shit. I think there's you ever heard of a Bully Dog Performance, the computer chip? There's a Bully Dog in there. So they've disconnected wires off the fucking computer and programmed the high performance fucking chip in there. All that shit's in there. I took the Bully Dog off.
Pissed her off.
So much fucking shit.
It pissed her off, didn't it?
Well, not right now. Right now, the fucking truck won't start. She might be mad when she's not doing donuts out in the fucking driveway, but. Yeah, I knew that fucking truck. I mean, I knew it was too good of a deal, bro. Yeah, I won that bitch from the auction. It's dirt cheap and everything, but hopefully I can get all this shit fixed, and then it's a good solid truck, you know. After the fact,
Just don't take the battery out no more.
That shouldn't cause that problem.
Yeah.
I'm wondering. Now, let me ask you this: you took the battery out, and it was running after you did all that stuff under the dash.
no, it hasn't ran since.
I'm just wondering if there's something you didn't connect back or something under the dash that's causing the
No, I'm
problem.
saying not that. So all this shit that I've done under the dash has been since it wouldn't start, since I've changed the starter.
Oh, I got you. Okay.
So the first thing I did after the battery was removed, we put it all back. The first thing I did was start diagnosing the computer. Started going to the ECM, the EMS,
PCM.
no ECM, electronic motor control, whatever. It's the computer.
Yeah.
The module. Just to make sure there wasn't a relay blown in that. Everything checked out good. So.
Don't know, man.
Yeah, it's a fucking Rubik's cube to me right now. I'll figure it out though. I'll figure it out eventually.
Is Miss Carol, is that a guy or a lady?
The lady.
Okay. I was getting confused. I was reading Sheena's He Can Fix Anything. He told me who's she talking about? Oh, Scotty Kilmer. I see. Okay. All right. Yeah, I figured it was a lady. I read that comment and for some reason I was tying it to her.
She's one of Boo's friends.
Right.
Gotcha.
Big time vehicle worker.
Yeah.
Rich on vehicles, rather.
I used to be on my game, but golly, I haven't done that kind of work in almost 20 years. Plus, things has gotten more and more complicated since then. You know.
That's just it, man. So I used to work at a place that we installed stereo systems. That's how I learned how to do, put fucking big subwoofers in cars and shit.
Yeah.
Now this shit's so much more complicated than that. You got Bluetooth and all that shit.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy.
As a matter of fact, that's what I was doing when I was working that place. It was owned by an Indian guy. He came out there and he told me, he said, "You know how to do tint on windows?" I said, "No." He said, "You know how to do car alarms?" I said, "No." He's like, "Well, today's your last day." I was like, "All right."
I tell you what worries me is they're coming out with these cars that will basically drive themselves. I don't like that idea. I want to be in control of that dude. You know.
Who's the one that posted a picture of the first flying car on Facebook the other day?
First flying car?
Flying car, yeah.
That must have been Back to the Future. It's the only one I know of.
No, it looked like a big drone props on it. Like took right off the ground.
I don't know, but I could have used one of them back in the days, man. That traffic be backed up, leaving work every day. Just fly on around that crap and get to the house.
I seen one that looked like a motorcycle, looked like a crotch rocket, but it was actually a drone. It had 4 fucking propellers on it. You sit on it like a crotch rocket and fly that motherfucker, dude. That bitch looked nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Low energy Zigbee XB CAN network.
Yeah, that's above my pay scale there.
Yeah.
I'm a shade tree mechanic. I can get a goddamn lawnmower working. I can get a 4-wheeler working. I can make a truck run. I can rebuild carburetors and boat motors. But when you start getting into this electrical shit, dude, I'm lost.
That's what I tell people because we specialized in automotive air conditions. And yeah, a lot of it's mechanical, but most cars that came in there, a big percentage was always electrical issues. It had nothing to do with the mechanical end of it. Sometimes it did, it just depends. But I like the electrical issues. The boss that owned the place, he'd go in there and look it up, print out a schematic, and he said, "Here you go." And I'd take that schematic, go out to the car and go to testing this, and this, and I'd finally get to the problem, change part out, up and running,
Yeah, even cars like nowadays, I can fuck with a motor with a distributor cap on it. You start getting electronic fucking fuel injection and shit. It's all run by computers.
Yep, every bit of it. That Jeep that Derek has actually has points in it. It don't even have electronic ignition. Damn. So I thought they quit doing that many years ago. I owned some cars in the 70s. Well, like a 76 Camaro, it had electronic ignition. Now it wasn't ran by a computer, but it was well, I say it wasn't, maybe it was. But it wasn't fuel injected, it had carburetor on it. But it was electronic ignition. That was
How's
the
he
early
going to
days.
set them points? They don't sell books and matches anymore.
I don't know.
Yeah, you can still get books and matches, Lance. We got some. Yeah. When we go to court
for a set of points.
When you go to court, they don't let you take these in. They don't let you take lighters in when you go to that courthouse. But you can goddamn carry a book of matches in there. So when you get out of court and you need a cigarette so bad, you still got a match.
Yeah, I always had filler gauges, but I did keep an emery board like women use on their nails to clean those points with. I was doing that crap at 15 years old. I had I had a 69 Mustang that I bought used, and it was early 70s, I guess, and it had points. And I had two brother-in-laws, and they were both well versed in mechanics, that kind of backyard stuff anyway. And they taught me a lot at 15. I was sucking it up like a sponge. Then later on in life, that's when I went to work at that AC shop. But we did it all kind of things. It wasn't just that. I've pulled engines, I've pulled transmissions, I've done a bunch of stuff down there. But I didn't like working on all that crap. But I'm glad I did because I learned a lot, But the AC is the only reason I hired in there. I was good at that.
Well, see, growing up, all I had was go-karts, fucking internal combustion, 8 horsepower engines, 5 horsepower engines. So,
yeah.
I mean, shit, I was like Christy's son's age. I was like 5 years old out there fucking dicking with an engine,
Yeah.
I saw a guy.
Learning how to make sure I had spark and all that shit. So, I mean, I've been fooling with motors forever. And then when I got older enough, all my cars were always pieces of shit, so I always had to work on them. But this is the first one I did.
Park today, the rear wheels were tracks. Set of little short tracks on both sides. Instead of tires in the back of the golf cart. That was pretty cool looking.
What are you eating? French fries?
Cinnamon straws, like veggie straws.
Look like French fries from where I'm sitting. You been to Whataburger or McDonald's?
Don't have them.
I don't have McDonald's.
Yeah. No Whataburger. I thought you said water.
I said Whataburger or McDonald's.
Oh yeah, no, we got McDonald's.
Yeah.
What you got your pin out for, Simon? You about to run a race or what?
What's that? Oh, no. I'm just drawing on a piece of paper.
You see fucking Simon with a pen. He's about to take some names.
Yeah, every time I'm on a live and y'all having a good conversation going out, I just stay quiet and just doodle.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, 3 hours.
Yeah, I'm fixing to get off here. I'm starting to yawn and getting tired. I got to get something to eat. I haven't had any kind of dinner. I got a bunch of brittle puffs over here, but I got to stay out of them.
Got to kill the profit there.
Yeah.
Russ, you better not start eating my candy.
I'm not. If I wanted candy, I still got a bunch of it that hadn't been freeze dried. Whole thing of Skittles. These are unopened. Well, these aren't because I did some today. But
so on the Skittles, when you freeze dry them, they expand, right?
Yeah.
Are they still chewy in the center?
No, they're like a malted milk ball or a cheese puff. Okay. As far as the texture goes. Same way with that That's what all candy turns into that you freeze dry. It loses that gumminess and that like a Jolly Rancher. That's hard, man. It's hard on your teeth. But with that, you go and it just freaking disappears, man. It's like cotton candy almost. Yeah,
Can't
it's
wait to
pretty
try it,
cool.
man.
But
Yeah,
that
I can't wait
flavor,
to try shit.
yeah.
I hope I get to try some. You'll know when I'm sniffing the bag like, fuck, I wish I could have tried this shit.
I guess I need to go by Walmart or something, get some fragile stickers just so the mail per core. If you do that, they go, there's your fragile.
Yeah. Fucking fragile must be French.
Fragile.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do we got going on for tomorrow if I do go live, Lance? Do we have any giveaways or anything?
Yeah, we could do some giveaways. I mean, as far as a list, I don't know of a list, but yeah, we can do some. No problem.
We'll figure something out.
Yeah.
I need to get a hold of Tyler, man, see where he's been. Fucking want to get Tyler back in the game. See if he wants to get back on.
Yeah, I hadn't seen him lately.
Yeah, he's been bowed up. I think he's going through some AS&T audits right now at his job. So, you know, he's the big wig when it comes to quality. So he's the center of attention during all this shit.
Yeah.
I know that job I was supposed to go to in September. It was supposed to start September 4th. So he might be fucking gearing up to go do that shit.
Yeah.
Since my company was too expensive to use. I don't know. I've just texted him. I text him with him almost every day, but I haven't had a chance to really sit down and talk to him. I know he got a big ass order of doing those aluminum fucking business cards that he's been doing with that laser burner.
Yeah.
And they paid him for that. So.
Oh, he is doing that now. The business card on the metal. Yeah.
Yeah, he got a big ass order for that.
I remember suggesting that to him one night. Like, this is actually, it's not aluminum though. This is stainless steel. But it's, come out of there.
Yeah, that's cool. I like that.
Yeah.
That sort of thing.
They might be stainless. I don't know. They're metal. I know that, but I know he got paid for that. So, you know, of course, a paying customer is always going to come before a giveaway type shit. So he's been bowed up having that damn laser running all the damn time.
Yeah.
I'll probably try to get in touch with them tomorrow, depending on what they have me doing.
Did you ever find out exactly where it was? I know it was north of Richmond, but still in Virginia.
No, I never found out exactly where it was at. I don't wish I was going there, but shit would have been that'd have been a nice little pocketbook job, you know?
Yeah.
Getting per diem and all that good shit, man.
Heck yeah.
Working local, man, you can make some ends meet when you're getting that per diem. You're living off that per diem every day. You don't even touch your paycheck, you know?
Yep. This is a transient area. Contractors and stuff. And these guys, a lot of them are still single, and they'll do that. They'll get that or per diem, and they'll all go get a house and rent a house. And they all chip in, so they still got money left out of every check they get. They're living high on the hog, like you say. Don't even touch their paychecks.
Yeah. I know when Tyler and them were down here, we were doing that job at Dow. They were doing the same thing, but the company provided them Airbnbs. So there was 4 of them in each house. And I mean, brand spanking new houses. The dude built the houses specifically to rent them for Airbnbs. And what, we were down here for 7 months, so those guys were buying groceries and cooking on the stoves, and you ain't got to worry about fast food and all that shit. You save a lot of money. You can actually live on your per diem.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's what it was when I worked out there in Newport News, Ingalls shipbuilding here. We made the same hourly rate as we made at this shipyard, but they furnished each guy his own apartment, all to themselves. My apartment had two balconies, patios. One coming out of the living room had a fireplace, and they put brand new appliances in these things. When we showed up, the old ones were like on the where you come out in the breezeway. They were right there. You could tell they just changed them out. New washer, dryer, new stove, new refrigerator. Like, damn,
Yeah.
dishwasher. But we each one of us had our own to ourselves. I like that.
Well, see, that's the thing is, whoever the guy was that rented these, they were all side by side. There was three of them, and
Yeah,
the guy had built all them houses, and nobody had ever lived in them before. He just specifically built them, and they were 2-story houses. And
yeah,
so like I remember when we first started that job, like they were having problems with, you know, the lights weren't working or whatever. They have maintenance people come over there and take care of that shit. So it ain't
yeah,
no skin off your back. Brand new washer, dryer, brand new stove, refrigerator, all that shit. Because
yeah.
brand spanking new house. Fully
Hell,
furnished couches, TVs, everything.
I volunteered to be a van driver for the guys that were at our apartment complex to go back and forth to work every day. They flew us out there. Then the day I flew in there, they had the van. It was like a 1 year old van, as a caravan, and it was like brand new. And I was a driver, so I got to carry it home me every day. But the other guys could take it and use it when we're off work. But I was more or less responsible. Well, the first time they sent us home for after the first 6 weeks, all them guys drove their vehicles back to where they had their own vehicles, and which they could have used that because I didn't do much once I got off. I was pretty much at the house unless I had to go, buy groceries or whatever. But anyway, I had that van to myself after that. I would drive them into work along myself, but when work was over, that van never left the whole time I was there. I'm like,
Yeah.
sweet. But they
Well,
also
see,
paid us a per diem and stuff. So yeah, I loved it, man.
so that was the problem. Is those guys ended up all bringing their fucking trucks over, and you got to talk about they're fucking Boilermakers, so everybody's driving Ford F550s on fucking 47-inch rims and shit. And they got onto them about that because they were like, we provided a van for this project so y'all wouldn't have to drive around. And now, like, because those houses that were in a subdivision and the HOA started bitching about, you got 9 trucks at one house or 4 trucks at one house and everybody's parked on the street and shit. So they
Yeah,
started telling those guys, you got to take your fucking truck back home. You know,
yeah.
instead of
Now,
buying you a plane ticket home, you got to take your truck back home and fly back out here. We got a van. They had a big enterprise van.
yeah, yeah. We didn't have that problem 'cause like I said, everybody had their own apartment, and they allowed one vehicle, maybe two. I don't remember, but so
Yeah,
we didn't have none of them issues. Plus, every morning I would swing around and pick them up. They didn't have to drive their own vehicle into work,
yeah,
and the company was giving me like I forget what it was, $60 a week or 80 maybe for gas. And man, that money I wasn't spending it. Anything you don't show, you got to keep all the receipts. And so finally I told them to quit sending me money and I would square up with them when I got home. And that's what we did. I started paying for the gas because I couldn't run it out quick enough. That van was efficient. Plus, we didn't have
yeah,
to go far. And we went on a little trip one day and ended up in Williamsburg because just trying to run the gas out of the thing. And finally, I said, quit sending me money because I didn't want to have to pay them a whack of money when I got back. So the way it happened, I gave them all my receipts and they had to pay me a whack of money. They paid me exactly what I spent when I got back. That was a nice little bonus.
yeah. Well, I mean, they would take the van. Like everybody would load up in the van to go grocery shopping, and they make one trip to the store and back. That's it. But the
Yeah.
thing about it is, they had the van though, because you got to think, you got 3 houses, 4 guys living in each house. All of them had their trucks there. There's a lot of fucking vehicles outside of a subdivision house.
Yeah.
But and then the van too. The van has the park, but the thing is you can't bring all those vehicles in the plant. So that's why we had a van. You know.
Right.
I got to drive back and forth because I'm in my house in my company truck. I mean, I'm driving back and forth into the plant, but you know, you can't have 14 guys show up and everybody drives their vehicle. There ain't no fucking, the plant ain't gonna allow that shit.
Right. Yep. Well, guys, I'm gonna get off here.
All right, Russ.
Y'all have a good night.
Sure.
Chat
Yeah.
later.
See you tomorrow.
Maybe.
If I go live, Russ, I'm gonna send you a link anyway. You know I always do.
Yeah. As far as I know, I can, but I do got to shoot a couple of videos this week, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Tuesday night, I'm gonna be tied up with that. Oh, by the way, speaking of things to do, that guy that gave me all that the shrimp and crab seasoning I used on that last video and the lemon oil, he texted me like, "Oh man, that was awesome." Blah 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 blah. You know, he goes, "I want to invite you over to eat next week when I'm home." He works offshore, 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off. And I don't know how he run. I guess his wife helps him run a business. But I told him, you know, well, my wife is now off on Mondays, Tuesdays, or Wednesdays. Just let me know what day, like that. But if he says Tuesday, I might say nope. It's got to be either Monday or Wednesday. I can't do it because I obligated to Sam before I did this guy. I forgot about it. You know.
So it's 7 my time, but it's 8 your time.
6 my time.
6 your time.
Yeah, you're ahead of me. But anyway, all right, guys. Later.
Night, Russ.
All right.
Later, Russ. I'm gonna kill the rest of this beer and smoke this cigarette and all that good shit. I still gotta go in there and shave and take a shower and
10:30 for you.
Yeah, it's getting there. It doesn't matter. I mean, I gotta wake up in the morning and go to safety council anyway. If I had to be at a job site tomorrow at 6 o'clock, now I'd already be off. But I gotta go in there and fuck. Dude, I don't know if I know you probably never been to Houston area safety council, but it sucks, man. Little bitty ass cubicles with a computer in front of you and like plastic screens in between you. You put on the headphones and you watch the shit and take a test. It's fucking horrible. The guy in front of you is so close that when he puts his feet out, he kicks your fucking boots. And
is it like go and visit somebody in prison? Yeah,
it's kind of like that. Yeah, it sucks, man.
It's like the MHIC test. Same thing. MDIA. Where you had to go in there, same thing. Got the little cubicles.
That's probably
open, little desk, a computer, headphones.
Just rows and rows. There's probably 300 computers in there, and they tell you go in there, you know. Like I said, right now I'm carrying 3 fucking cards. That's how much safety count I have. Man, I can get into any fucking plant in Houston right now. I got all the asbestos training, I got all the benzene training, I got all the fucking training there is.
Yeah, my buddy Jay works with asbestos and asbestos removal and a bunch of other chemical stuff for the military. So he works on all the military, basically all the old buildings, cleaning them up, getting rid of all the asbestos in there. Whether it be in the ductwork or on the floor, whatever it might be, they replace that. And it's like he has to get all this training done. He makes good money.
Yeah. Well, what's fucked up is I've taken an actual 2-hour course on asbestos abatement.
Yeah.
But every plant has their own specific class, so you know you still got to do whatever is in that plant. You know.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, you gotta be certified by the state, don't you? They're certified, and then whatever they decide to do.
Man, it's all insurance. It's all, I'm gonna tell you like this, it's all written in blood because somebody fucking sued that plant because they said I didn't know. So they put a fucking safety council class for it. That way when you go in there and you get hurt, they'd be like, well, you passed your safety council. We told you so. You know what I mean? That's all it is. Because the fucking test is stupid, dude. The test is like 25 questions, but it's like, if you hear a two-tone alarm, do you go eat a sandwich, go to your truck, smoke a cigarette, or notify the nearest operator? You know, like the most fucking random ass questions. Like,
It depends if I'm hungry.
yeah, it's like if you fail that test, you're a fucking idiot. Because you know, if you see a fire, what do? Fucking go find the nearest ketchup bottle. Fucking tie your shoes.
Yeah.
It's just so, but they still make us do it, and there's no way to skip. If you can just skip to the test, dude, I'd be in there in fucking 10 minutes. I'd be out of there. But you got to watch the whole fucking 2.5 hour video, and the ones that get tough. I'm gonna tell you, the ones that get tough are when they start asking you like stuff about lockout, tagout procedures, and if you see like a sign that has like a yellow number 2 or a hazard, that shit gets a little. You know, if you don't listen to that video, you might not answer that question correctly, even though it's pretty fucking easy. You know, they'd be like, if you see a fucking hazard sign that has a yellow number 2, blue number 5, red number 6, fucking white number 0, which one is the correct for poison control? Like, if you didn't listen to that video, you might miss that question.
Man, but 2.5 hours just doing that, just watching that. Yeah.
Yeah, it sucks, man. Yeah, just sucking on a chili dog. And when you pull your phone out in that motherfucker, dude, it's like you just pulled out a gun. Like there's girls walking around all the fucking time. That's all there is in there. It's like girls are radios. You pull out your phone and look at your phone for 1 second, they'll make you leave that bitch. They'll be like, no cell phones, get out of here. Yeah. Well, shit, gentlemen, it's been swell, but the swelling went down. So I guess I gotta go.
Alrighty.
All right, Randy.
I'll let y'all know something tomorrow about, lunchtime or so, whether I'm going to be able to get on or not. If not, then we'll try to figure out what we were talking about earlier.
Yep.
Maybe Christy can set up, and Simon, you or Lance, I don't know. One of y'all. Lance, you better go buy some fucking Liberty overalls tomorrow.
I got a pair khaki overalls in there. My Carhartt.
All right.
Whatever.
I might go buy some.
All right, guys. I'll see y'all later.
Later, brother.
Hey, man. Take it easy. Sam, I guess that's the sign, buddy. I'm going to hop around a little bit and maybe think about calling early, watch some videos on how to put this. What did I call it earlier? Evaporator.
Okay.
For the AC unit.
I thought you were going to get down on your dog. What are you going to do to your dog? All right, man. Let's go ahead and cut it, and we'll probably do this again tomorrow.
Yep.
For sure on... all right, man. So, have a good night.
All right, chat. We'll see y'all later.
Thank you for staying for the entire 3 hours.
Yep, 3.5.
Yep. Alrighty. Have a good night.
All right, we'll see y'all later.
Let me end that.